What's up, everyone? Sorry we were late. Had a bit of technical difficulties on my end. So welcome to episode 2 of Through the Snakevine. Here with Chris from the Reptile Ward. Obviously, everyone knows Chris, so I won't have to do too much of an introduction, but...
I wouldn't say obviously.
Oh, it's obvious.
Oh, okay. That would be a good thing.
Yeah, we had planned for a special guest. This is my wife, Amy, so my better half and big supporter of House of Gaia Pythons. So yeah, glad everyone can make it, and yeah, let's talk some snake stuff.
Yeah, so just in case anybody is curious, Sierra was actually supposed to be on here too. So we were gonna have both of the better halves here, but unfortunately she's not feeling too great today.
Feel better, Sierra.
Yeah, we hope you feel better.
Wine glass one too many times while we were on the live last night, so that's all right though. She's okay, just not feeling up to being on camera, which I understand.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No worries. It's all good.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is super weird because I'm on your channel and I don't have access to the StreamYard options on the side.
Can you see any of the comments?
Yeah, I keep going to like click comments to post it. I'm like, oh, this isn't mine.
I will start clicking some comments then for sure.
If you're going to keep doing this, I suggest biting the bullet and grabbing the premium StreamYard. It's so much better.
Is it?
Oh my god! I was like, it's pretty pricey. I don't want to do it, and then I got it, and I was like, I feel like an idiot.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, because I was curious. I was like, is it going to be like one extra function, or is it going to be actually worth it?
It's cool. You can change your background. You can take the StreamYard logo off. You can have video overlays. Like you can upload videos ahead of time. Sweet. And play them over top your live if there's anything you want to show or like have an intro or whatever. Yeah, it's awesome.
Nice. That's good to know. I'll have to look into it for sure.
Yeah. So,
you had a nice lock today.
I have a few. I have. Ooh, that's not good. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 7 males paired right now.
Nice.
They're finally locked. So yellow belly, pied het lav to my double het dreamsicles locked.
Oh, nice.
The leopard DG het pied to my yellow belly het pied are almost locked.
Oh man.
The Motley Clown is still being a douchebag and doesn't want to do anything for me. I'm trying to put the Motley Clown to our Banana Blade Spider Het Clown.
Yeah.
Because nice. I think Motley Banana Clown would be insane. But he's just he's the worst breeder. I think we've gotten 2 clutches from him, and that was the result of 1 lock each. And
holy crap!
Yeah, just by stupid chance. So
maybe he just makes a count. He's like, you know what? I only need it once, and that's it.
I'm starting to think I'm just gonna take one of the double het VPI Clown Motley males that we made.
Yeah.
And just replace him. Like, I know he's a visual, but fuck, he will not lock anything. So I'll take the hit and actually have one that breeds being a het rather than a visual that sits on the other side of the tub and
does nothing.
Yeah.
I hate that, man. That's so frustrating. You get the visual and he's just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, but I actually I'm just gonna put it out there. Posted the baby hedgehogs today. Everybody was all excited about them. Unfortunately, they didn't make it. Sometimes it happens. They were out and about and they were moving, and they just, I don't know, some sort of failure to thrive. I don't know, maybe the mom was stressed out or who knows. It happens. It's just like any small animal. If you bred rats or mice or gerbils or hamsters, sometimes they just don't go very far after they're born, unfortunately. So it is what it is. But to make myself feel better, I went through and ultrasounded everything today.
Yeah. And
I feel a lot better. Oh man. Yeah. No, it's
particular.
Well, so funny enough, I was just being a dick. And that lock that I posted earlier today, the OD HRA Hepide female to the Banana OD YB and she pied.
Yeah.
I opened the bin really quietly and like put the thinnest layer of the ultrasound gel on the probe and just like poked her side while she was locked. Just like poked her side and checked, and I looked and I was like, "You're like 3 days from ovulation. This is like the best possible lock that I could possibly have."
Oh my god, man!
So
That's
I was,
amazing.
yeah, I was stoked. And then weirdly enough, so she's Orange Dream Het Ready Xanthic Het Pied.
Yeah.
Then I have a Pastel Het Ready Xanthic Pied female that I also ultrasounded, and even in shed, which normally you can't see anything in shed.
Yeah.
Just big old follicles and a bunch of them.
Dude,
so
that's awesome.
I'm going to have, it's great, but then I realized my first 3 clutches of the year are all going to be Het Ready Xanthic pied combos. So I'm really hoping they don't all come out just head pattern.
Oh my god.
So yeah. I'm really hoping the Enchi does something there.
Yeah, I'm super interested in that. Like I really want to see if Enchi is going to help at least bring like a bit back. It would be nice just to have like a bit more like on some saddles maybe or something.
But if you looked into like Cine or Black Pastel pieds, usually once you get a couple more things involved, it brings in at least a bit of saddles. Like we have a Black Pewter pied Het Lavender female.
Yeah.
And she's got obviously the head and then one not big saddle, but like a good size saddle that has some pattern, and then a tiny little one, and that's it. So honestly, like it would be great if the Enchi brings it back, but even if it doesn't, I think an all white pied with a bright orange head, if I hit like a banana HRA yellow belly pied and it's just the head, it's going to be a bright orange head. So
hell yeah, man. And especially with the yellow belly in there, I think it's going to interact nice with the yellow belly for sure.
I'm very excited to make some yellow belly HRA pied combos, especially based on how the Black Pastel HRA or Black Pastel yellow belly pied looks.
Oh man,
it's nuts.
They look great. They look like, and I was one of my pairings. I kind of like switched courses this year because I was breeding my banana Mojave pied to my Cine Het pied female.
Mm-hmm.
And I started looking up yellow belly cinnamon pieds, and I was like, it was more so the Black Pastel, but I was like, it should work similar.
The Cine yellow belly pied is just as cool. So
nice for sure.
Yeah.
Everything, friend.
Yeah, yellow belly, everything. That's right.
What are you guys drinking?
Wine.
Well, I assumed wine, but anything in particular? Anything fancy?
Grape juice. It's Behringer.
Oh, that's what Sierra was drinking last night. The the Cab Sauv.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Awesome. That's really cool. I'm just drinking some neutrals because they were cheap.
That's why I'm drinking this, because it's cheap. So
I'm drinking peach iced tea because I don't drink. So,
oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's fancy. I love peach iced tea. It's like one of my favorite drinks in the entire world. So
yeah. No, I have like nothing against drinking. It's like I feel like I have a mild alcohol allergy, and I am like hungover for like 2 days, and I don't have for that shit. So
Sierra had that happen to her for a while. Like it would literally just knock her out for an entire day, and then the day after she'd still feel sick.
Yeah.
And she's kind of got over that now, but yeah, no, it was bad. Like she'd be completely out of commission.
People always say like, "Oh, I get hungover too," and I'm like, "No, you don't understand though. This isn't like go to Denny's at noon hungover. This is like fucking in the bed, cannot move, trying to have a shower and have to like sit in the shower."
Yeah, you need something beside you at the bed because you're not making it to the toilet if you need to throw up sick. Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I hear you. But I've already talked about my potentially awesome, potentially terrible first couple clutches here this year. What do you have coming? What's first in line, do you think, for your females?
I think right now I have the best thing. I think my Pastel Calico just had her prelay shed last Friday. So hopefully, and she was being bred to the Fire Clown male. So I'm really hoping for some Firefly Calico Het Clowns, or just basically anything Calico Het Clown. Even just Calico Het Clown, I'm good with.
If you make a few females, I'm gonna want one because
for sure.
I'm saying this right now. You will not be able to have enough Calico Clown stuff in your collection in the next year or so. It's gonna explode.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, just like
Definitely.
GHI Stuffing Clown. If you don't have it yet, grab it now because one of these days Justin's going to come out with the create. Like he already did, but he called it a Wookiee video.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
But he's going to come out with his GHI Clown video, and everybody's going to lose their minds, and all of a sudden they're going to be worth 10 times as much.
It's so true. I really need to get a GHI head clown. Like I don't know if you have any chances at those this year, but
Which
GHI het clowns or clowns, whichever. I'm sure the visuals are going to be a little bit pricier, but that's okay. Like,
so we just bought a 1,000-gram GHI Krypton.
oh my god. Oh, that's right. You were just mentioning that yesterday.
And we're going to put it to the stranger mail.
Oh, dude, that is gonna be insane.
Yeah, so I don't even know what to expect, but there should be some cool GHI het combos in there. There'll be het clown or cryptic, not just het clown, but like
right. Either way,
I'm not going to complain if I get some het cryptics instead of het clowns.
Yeah, like who cares, man? That's especially like with stranger in there. Oh my god, dude, that's gonna be insane.
Stranger, leopard, GHI, yellow belly, pastel.
Like
clown or Krypton.
I just feel like those aren't going anywhere though, so you won't be letting any of those
more than likely I won't even post the babies because I won't want to be harassed about them.
Yeah, then someone's gonna come up to you like Will and make you another offer.
That's why I'm considering not posting them, because I know somebody's gonna come up and be like, hey, how about this? And I'll be like,
why?
Every day I've regretted selling those DGs. Especially the fact that you cannot find females right now.
No.
And they're 50% het puzzle. Like, ugh.
I know. That's but you know what? The snake, like I don't know the other side of the deal, but just the snake you got, man, that thing I can't every time I look at it, I'm like, how is this not visual?
Let me put it in a very easy way to understand. It was a buttload of money. Okay. Way more than he should have offered us even before the snake was part of the deal, because I was like, dude, if we're just going off value, I'm not selling them. Like, just that's it. I'm not doing it. Oh, and let's just say Will knows how to get what he wants.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
good on him though. He's gonna make a shit ton of money off those girls, man. If even
absolutely.
One of them proves out, that entire purchase was worth it for him.
Oh, 100%, man. Even just without puzzle being in there, I'm sure he'll make his money back in years to come. But if they prove out, like, he's gonna be laughing.
Yeah, and that guy fucking every once in a while just sends me a picture of one of them. just to dig it in a little bit further.
Man, they're growing so well. Like,
but luckily now we have the leopard DG het pied, so we can put him to the pewter het DG female that produced them. So I could even make some leopard pewter DGs this year. That'll be 50% het pied instead of het puzzle. And the whole reason we let those girls go, the ultimate thing that led to that decision was we don't have any puzzle. Right. We kept back one pastel DG 50% het puzzle, and I'd like to prove him out. Yeah. Only realistically, only to sell him, because if he's 100% het puzzle, he's going to be worth a lot more. So I'll probably pick up either a het puzzle or visual puzzle female at some point just for that. Nice. But for the most part, like, having some DG het pieds, like visual DG 50% het pieds, are going to do a lot better in our collection with the pied stuff that we have than any 50% het puzzle ever would. So that's kind of what led to that call.
Well, it's a good decision. I mean, like, you got to work as hard as it was. You got to work with what your which direction your collection's going to at the same time. So
yeah, you know what the funniest thing was too? It wasn't the pewters that were hard to let go of. It was the cinnamon DG female.
Oh,
the colors on that thing, like, I couldn't even put a picture up that came close. It was the coolest animal I've ever held in my hands.
Oh my god, man! That made me excited. That honestly, like, the reason I got that pewter DG, when I saw cinnamon desert ghosts, I was like, that's what I want to make. So when I found the pewter, I was like, well, I like pastel DGs and I like cinnamon DGs. So even if I don't get the combo, like, I don't care. I just want cinnamon DGs, man.
The cool thing about that too is both of those, with, like, if you recreate the pewter DG, great. Yeah. If you hit a pastel DG, still fucking great. Exactly. If you make a cinnamon DG, fucking great. If you miss on all of it and just make a DG, it's still amazing.
Yeah, it's so true.
Like, so it doesn't matter. DG is one of the only genes that everybody's like, oh, pastel, oh, cinnamon, oh, lesser. Like, you can put it into fucking anything.
Anything, man. I haven't seen a combo with DG where I'm like, I don't know. It kind of takes
Banana.
Nope. Banana. I don't even know if I haven't looked it up yet. I don't.
It's the only one that I'm like, and it could just be that I haven't seen a full grown one, but I've seen a couple that are like 500-600 grams, and you're like, that's a bit nicer of a banana. Like, it's all right.
Is it like red? Is it kind of like similar to what a pastel banana would look?
No, it's weird. It's like say you took a banana and you took an Ultramel.
Yeah.
So call the banana 1 and the Ultramel 10. It's like you took the banana one step closer to an Ultramel, but not enough to really drastically change anything. Like the lavenders and purples on the banana are a tiny bit deeper. The oranges are a bit brighter. The yellow's a bit bright. It's not crazy.
Okay, yeah, so, we just checked it out. I see exactly what you mean now.
Yeah, that's the only, and it could be when it gets of age, it could be unbelievable.
True.
Just like the lesser DGs when they hatch, they're okay, 400 or 500 grams, unreal.
Yeah.
So,
man,
who knows?
Are they ever? I think leopard DGs, like especially into the combos, like it's probably one of my favorites, to be honest. Some of them are amazing.
It's really funny because our leopard male, the leopard pastel lesser clown, the end of last year just decided he was done. He's just like, I'm not locking anything anymore. Fuck you. This is it for me. Like, I did my job. I'm retired now. Yeah. And that was his first season. His first season was his only season. So I was like, oh, well, I guess next year we're not going to have a lot of leopard stuff. This fucking leopard DG Pied comes in. Just a banger of a breeder. We'll lock anything. So we're not slowing down.
Oh man, you can't go wrong with that. Like, make hets all day with that guy. Like, seriously.
Well, not only that, I put him to a giant visual pied female too. Nice. So yeah, I'm hoping to have Leo and non-Leo pied het DGs.
Oh,
but the really cool thing about him though is he also throws. I have some pictures. I can't post them because you're the one hosting the stream, but I have some pictures of some of the babies he made before we got them. He's from Capital Reptiles, Andre, in the States. And I have some pictures of the babies he's thrown, and they look like they're like chocolates. Like they don't look normal.
Weird.
Yeah, so there might be also something else kicking around.
Going on. Cool.
Yeah, man. I'm excited.
That's sick, dude. Really nice. Yeah, sounds like it's going to be a good year, and I hope you can get your karma back and hit a bunch of pieds this year. Instead of just hits.
Well, the funny thing is, I just said screw it. Even if my next 2 clutches that are het to a visual all just dunk on me and I get fucked, which has happened with every other clutch I've tried with pieds for, I just did a pied to pied just to say fuck you.
Yeah, just straight up, man. You're like, it's happening this year.
No, I'm not doing this shit. I'm not. No. So I have the pastel HRA pied to the banana ODYB Enchi pied.
Nice. Yeah. That would be awesome, man. I can't wait to see the clutch out of that. And it just, there's so many cool things that can happen out of that. So like, I mean, short of just hitting pieds, like the single pied.
Yeah.
That's not the case, obviously, but
the cool thing is too that banana hasn't actually sired a clutch for us yet, and it's going to go from having, I don't know, my light keeps blowing the exposure out here. I apologize.
That's all good.
But I'm going to go from having no clutches from him to 3 probably really good sized, all chances at actual pied clutches within like 2 months.
Holy crap, man.
Yeah. So the Red Xanthic het pieds in her prelay shed right now, just about to finish. The ODHRA is like just before OV, and then the Pastel HRA pied is maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks away. So
that's awesome, man. That's looking good. So you got stuff coming up here pretty quick then.
It's going to be a very early year for us.
I've heard from a couple of people that's kind of how this year's been going, and last year, from what I heard from everyone, it was like kind of a crappier year. So it's like I don't know if. I don't know.
You know what? Actually, yeah, I'd never really thought about it, but every one of our like big animals that we were like, man, I really hope this snake lays. None of them did. I have a massive ivory that drops like 11, 12 eggs.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I'm going to put this to the Pastel lesser leopard clown. Going to make some cool yellow belly hets to hold back and stuff like that. Got to like 30 millimeters.
Yeah.
And just reabsorbed. Just
Oh my god.
basically told me to go fuck myself.
Bitch, that's insane. 30 millimeters?
Like, they were huge. I was like, oh, she's going to go anytime. This is perfect. No.
Dude, that is nuts.
Yeah. And then I have a giant clown and a giant pied female that I basically just use if I need babies from a male, that's what I use them for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Neither of them went.
Oh my god, dude. That's so
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, I got pretty burned, but that's okay. This is a good question. I know it's been up for a while, but
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Chris and I were getting excited. Okay. Let's see my terrible eyes. So if you could steal a snake from each other's collection, which one and why?
I want your yellow belly pie just because it's really nice.
I think that's a good choice.
I have a yellow belly pied hat lab male, and I would still want your male.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, that's he's honestly probably one of my favorites in my collection. Not even the most powerful, but just really
He's
nice.
a beautiful animal.
The guy I got him from, he was mentioning to me like he was really trying to get the nice like line breed basically and try for the nicest yellow belly pieds he could. And he was able to replace his male this year, so he came onto the market. He offered me, and I was like, yeah, no. As soon as I saw him, I was like, fuck yes, man, that thing is insane. Deep.
I'm really hoping I hit an Enchi yellow belly pied this year.
Oh my god, man, the Enchi yellow belly orange dream pied stuff is just like absolutely insane.
You didn't answer your side of the question, though.
Sorry, mine was so obvious I didn't even have to. I felt it's obviously that stranger.
It wasn't obvious to me. I have a few cool snakes.
You do? No, that's true. That's true. And not
it's the stranger and not the leopard special double het monsoon pied female. That's 1,000 grams.
Oh man. And what was that?
Jesus.
What was that? You just got that What was it? The GHI, the 1,000-gram GHI Krypton.
GHI Krypton, and then I have a super GHI Mojave het clown female that's 1,000 grams back here. What else do we got that you might want to take? I'll give you the whole list.
Yeah, just send them all, man. I don't mind.
ODYB Calibi female. Breeder female too. She's massive. She's like 3,500 grams.
Holy crap, dude.
What else do we have here? Shit. I mean, lithium clown breeder female. Banana blade clown almost breeder female. I got the Moxoon, which is the Pastel lesser leopard spider double het clown pied, 50% het hypo.
Jesus.
Her two sisters got a spot nose yellow belly clown, 50% het VPI male. Like we got some good stuff.
Dude, that's okay. Just send me a list, and then I'll let everyone know my answer later.
You'll figure it out later.
Yeah, that's too much, man. That's too much. Just send them to me, and then I'll figure it out.
We've been working on. Oh, we also have the last Pastel leopard confusion yellow belly het pied male.
Holy shit!
Yeah, he's nuts.
I'll need to see them in person though, so you actually have to send me the snakes, and then I'll let you know in like 6 to 8 months.
It's all right.
Okay.
I don't need an answer that bad.
Sure? Okay. Well, I tried, but you know. No, that's awesome, man. Yeah, and like I mean, when I came into it, I more so met you recently. So when I came into it, I was like, holy shit, man, Chris is like killing it like already. But I know it's, you've been into it for a while. So you've been building and adding to the collection. But now when I look at your Instagram, it's like every snake you post is a banger. So it's,
what? I try, man. But realistically, everybody's like, oh, you have access to Billy and that's why your snakes are so cool. Like, yeah, kind of, but I didn't always have access to Billy. I'm the one that went out of my way to go work for him. Like, if you want awesome animals and you can't afford them, just like we couldn't a couple years ago, go spend your free time on weekends working for somebody.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I said it on the live yesterday. I worked from my day job is 7 to 5. And then Wednesdays, right after work, we drive out to Billy's, work 5-6 hours, and then Saturdays we go out there at work 8-10 hours every week. Me and Nick, and never ever took a paycheck.
Yeah,
Every cent went to snakes. So
and that, like, I mean, it's so easy to say that, but when you're there doing it, that's a lot of work and dedication. And like, I don't like when people say shit like that, because it just bugs me. Because I'm like, you were the one who put in the work, and like, you didn't take a paycheck, so you were getting paid with snakes. It's not like you were. He's like, hey man, here's a $4,000 snake for free, no problem.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? You know what? I'm not gonna downplay Billy either. Billy's an awesome guy, and he has hooked us up with a few animals just to be like, hey man, appreciate it, thank you. Just here you go. Definitely nothing like $5,000 animal crazy shit, but like he hooked us up with a super banana het pied male when we first started. And he was just like, hey buddy, thanks for coming in and giving us a hand. Here it is. Take it.
That's awesome.
Oh, excuse me. And we used it until we got the banana ODYB enchipide.
Right. Yeah, and see, like, and that's a nice. And I mean, we all like Billy. He just is you can tell he's a super genuine dude, and like, but you know, you putting in the work there, it just like, you know, nothing generally comes free. So, you know, I don't think well, hopefully not a lot of people are thinking like, oh shit, man, Chris just gets hooked up with a brand new $3,000 snake every weekend. He goes and works for 8 hours. Like,
yeah, it does not happen.
That's not how
it does not. It's a lot of hours scrubbing a lot of snake poop.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. Like, and that was, and I remember every time you mentioned it, that was before he had Repti chip or anything like that. So it was all off of, was it the 3M newsprint or whatever that he had?
Yeah, the unprinted newspaper. Yeah.
Right.
So every bin, every week, 2,000 animals. It was a lot. Yeah.
And that's after a work week. It's not like that was your job. You had other shit going on too, man.
Yeah, that was all of my free time.
Exactly.
Like,
so
there, if you don't have the cash, there's definitely ways to go about it. But you know, you just if you're not gonna pay with your money, you're gonna pay with your time. Like it's one or the other. So
exactly,
it is what it is, man. And realistically, like, whether you call it dollars or hours or whatever you want, once they're here, they're all still the same amount of work.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But no, it would be hard for me to choose for that question. Like, it really is. Because, like, my mind, of course, just went to that stranger right away. Because I was like, fuck, man.
I don't blame you. He's amazing.
Oh, my God. Every time. But even the, I can't remember the full genetics, but the leopard, lesser, spider, het clown, maybe? I don't know. I'm probably butchering that. You posted her yesterday, I believe.
Oh, that's the Moxoon, the Pastel lesser leopard spider double het clown pied 50% het hypo.
Yeah, that one. Gee, I don't know how I didn't remember that.
Her.
She is I just love the head stamp on that thing, man.
Oh, I love that one. She's pretty.
Yeah. Like, look at that. Yeah. And the ringer, like.
Come on. Where's the head? She does not want to show her head up there. Oh, nope. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Just so cool.
Clown pied, 50% head hypo.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Like.
And then I still have 2 of her sisters. She's not even the only female I got out of the clutch, which is awesome.
And you have one with pinstripe instead of spider as well?
Yeah, so unfortunately that came out a male. I was so excited to keep that animal. So funny enough, we nicknamed that one the Moxoon because when we cut the egg, we only saw the tail end and it looked like a monsoon. Yeah. So we gave it the nickname, and of course the next clutch we cut, we hit a 4-gene same combo with a pinstripe instead of spider, and it looks way closer to the monsoon. But whatever.
Oh man.
But Pastel lesser leopard pinstripe het clown male. He's going to my friend Kim here in Hamilton.
Nice.
So yeah, he's staying local, thank God. I want to see that thing grow up. It's cool.
Is she breeding as well, or just as like a pet?
Well, I don't think she's bred yet, but I do believe that the eventual goal is for her to breed. She's picked up a
Nice.
couple of cool animals off me. A Pastel clown that I hatched in early 2020 that was I must have had a lapse of judgment. It literally looked like a Pastel OD clown. It was so bright. It was so nice. And I sold it and then I immediately regretted it. And she's picked up some other stuff off me, but I would be very surprised if she didn't at least try to breed a couple times with what she has and what she's got coming.
Yeah, I feel like it just kind of, especially once you get into more and more snakes, it just kind of comes because you're like, well, why the hell not? I mean, you already have, especially when they're adults already, and like, especially if you're just like feeding them well and they're just sitting there. I mean, especially big females, like
Yep.
I don't know, maybe it's just my mind because I'd be like so tempted. I'd be like, why not? Like, they're just sitting here.
Well, and she has some cool stuff too. Like she has like a spider scaleless head female that I sold her, and just some other cool shit that's just kicking around that I've sold her over the years. And yeah, if she didn't breed, I would probably take the females that she bought off me and breed them for her and just give her money for it. Like not buy them back. I mean, I would just be like, hey, lend me this female to get some eggs and I'll give you cash for half the clutch or something if you don't want the babies. Yeah, because she's picked up some cool stuff.
Man, that's awesome. It's always nice when they go local too. It's kind of interesting, especially if I don't know if you know her, if she's like a friend or. But
also, we totally just talked past the last comment you posted. But hi, Scarlett.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, that was me, not you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Your pewter's a male, right?
Yeah. The pewter DG is a male, and then we have I also got two of his sisters, so we have the butterhead DG and then a pewter het DG as well.
Nice. So you can actually make super pewter DGs.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm super curious. I kind of want to see what happens to super cinnamon with DG. I don't know if it's like, it might just end up being kind of a boring brown, but it could also be really dark though.
I think it's gonna turn into like a solid like milk chocolate color.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, the hypo super cinnies are pretty interesting themselves, but I think DG might. I don't know. It should be interesting, but the super pewter DGs are gonna be, I think, pretty crazy looking too. So
when we first cut that DG clutch, when we saw the one pewter DG, I was like, man, I hope this is the male because we still have the pewter mom, the pewter het DG mom. And I was like, if this is a male, I can have this breeding for next year to go back to her. And I was so excited. And then no, we didn't hit everything we hit was every non-visual we hit was a male, and then the two shitty DGs were male. And then the three cool ones were female, of course. The one clutch, I was like, man, I hope I hit a male.
Yeah, like, come on.
Oh, well.
The one time, too, right?
But we got a good, really nice Pastel DG out of it, so male to hold back.
Yeah, and you can't go, I mean, Pastel DGs are still amazing, man. Like, people hate on Pastel too much in general, I think. Like, I just think, I don't know if it's because Clown just took over so intensely that people started hating on Pastel so much, but it's still, like, there's just so many combos it still looks good in.
Yeah, and the funny thing is people like to shit on Pastel, but I think it was Will Morose that said, don't blame Pastel for the combos that you don't like it in. Blame the breeders that put Pastel where it shouldn't be.
Absolutely. I agree 100%, man. Like, seriously.
Pastel works great in a lot of combos, but there's some that it has no business being in, so don't put it in them and don't complain about it.
And especially because, like, we have other genes that can still, like, for instance, like Clown, like everyone complains about in Clown, but it's like, okay, well then use the 4 other color enhancing genes instead. Like, why use that, you know? But
don't complain about it because it's the only thing you could afford in your Clown project.
Yeah, exactly.
Save up a couple extra $100 and buy something else.
Yes, get OD or fire. Like, just fix the problem. And like, then you look at it in Puzzle or Desert Ghost, and it's like a game changer. Like, Pastel Desert Ghost by itself is still one of my favorites in Desert.
I think a Pastel DG looks better than an OD DG.
I agree. Like, 100%, man. And like
which is crazy.
Pastel DGs, unreal, man. Like, just
totally.
You're like yellow snakes. She likes the pastel calico, actually. Amy's favorite is the calico gene, I feel, which is, it's interesting to see people that who don't know the genetics as well. That calico is still up there, you know. Yeah, you'll like that. She
Oh my God.
actually, when you showed that off in one of the videos, you mentioned that you like that. That's a Cali bee,
Yeah.
right?
OD Calibi, possible yellow belly. Yeah.
Wow,
So
Yeah.
pretty.
so sick, man.
Yeah, she was
actually
also.
one of the-
What's
Sorry,
that?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
She was also bred to the banana ODYB and she pied.
Oh man, dude, that's intense. Holy crap.
I am very excited. I just found out today that she's building. So, well, I mean, I knew she was building, but she's actually coming along now.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's awesome. She has such a great size. That was one of the snakes though that like back in the day. I don't remember. It was on World Ball Pythons, but that was one of the snakes that really got me into calico. When I saw Cali bee for the first time, I was like, dude, this snake is like absolutely intense.
My collider, yeah. So without the pastel, I saw collider,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my god, I need this.
They're amazing. You just like those white sides coming all the way up and the pixelation already. Like it was super nice. Yeah. Masna said I'm praying to hit more females this year. Like 2020 was a heavy male year, like 70% from each clutch are males. Yeah, we talked about that. He had just a good year, like a good, in terms of genetics, a lot of the snakes were awesome, but just terrible odds with the sex ratio.
Yeah, he made some really cool stuff for sure.
Man.
I feel like this is the only animal I'm talking about, but that banana ODYB and she pied, he's a male maker, and we got him like purposely because he was a male maker, only because that means every time we miss on banana now, when we hit ODYB entry pieds, they're females.
Finally, I love that you just said that, because like every time I hear someone complain about a multi-codom banana male maker, I'm like, why? Especially with pied. Like I did the exact same thing. That's why I got my Mojave banana pied, because I want
every time I open an egg and I don't see banana, I'm gonna be fucking screaming.
Especially pied to pied, like you're gonna be like female, like every time you like.
And the best part about it is, even if it's a banana, it's a fucking banana still.
Exactly.
Like it's gonna sell. People love them.
It's so true, man. Like, oh no, a banana pied? No one's gonna buy that.
Like, darn banana OD pied. Who would want this crap?
Brutal. Like, it's so true though. I'm glad you brought that up, because like every time, it just seems like people are just like, and I get like if you just have a single banana male, like with nothing else added, fair enough. But even then, I mean, depending what you're putting it to, what you want to get from it, it's so beneficial. It's like we're using that sex link now as an advantage towards whatever you want to develop, right? Like whatever you want to make.
It's actually funny that you say that, because when we bought him originally, we almost said no because he was a male maker. And then we were talking to a couple of people about it, and I can't even remember who it was that said that to me. It might have even been Billy. But he was like, no, man, like, here's the thing. It's like a 5-gene banana pied male. Like, don't look at it as, I'm not going to hit any female bananas. Look at it as, holy shit, I can hit ODYB pied females all day long with it.
Exactly,
and I was like,
man.
holy shit, he's right. Like,
it's so true. It's so true.
Awesome. And then you
like,
still have like a 5 to 10% chance of hitting a female. If I can hit a female banana combo pie this year, I'll lose my mind.
Exactly. And it happens pretty often. Like not all the time, but I hear about it quite often. It's not like insanely impossible. I mean, people do it.
It's starting to look like it's around 5%, which is a lot more than people originally thought it was.
Yeah. And I'll take that for sure as well. Like, I mean, if you have, like you said, if you have 3 or 4 clutches and you're getting 6 eggs per clutch, your chances are getting better and better each time you breed them each year, right? I mean,
could you imagine if I hit a super OD calico banana het pied female?
Oh my god!
Like there's some crazy shit happening right now, and I'm very excited.
Oh yeah.
But the really cool thing is I have a shot at super OD pieds with that OD het red pied.
Yeah.
Super OD pieds are one of the reasons why I started liking pieds. I wasn't originally a fan.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I was a clown guy, and Nick was the pied guy, and I didn't like pieds. I had a few because Nick liked them.
That's funny.
But, yeah, it slowly won me over.
Yeah, man, it totally changes it, and then you hitting yellow belly into there, and Enchi especially. I've kind of moved away. Like at first, I really liked the ODYB fire pied, but the fire just takes away so much. Like
It does and it doesn't. Fire adds it adds a bit of a color palette that you can't really get in Pied otherwise. It brings in like a bronze color to the ODYB, which is kind of cool.
Right.
But I do love just the crazy bright orange of the
Yeah.
ODYB Pied on its own, with the stark black, because
Yes.
the fire is what kills that contrast, right? It brightens the black up. So I do agree with you there in terms of it definitely takes away one of the big traits of the combo, but personally, I still think it's a really nice combo.
Oh yeah,
on its own.
Don't get me wrong, and I do appreciate, because I mean it's hard to change the head on a pied, but I feel like fire pieds have that nice head though. Still, they have that like that kind of lighter, well, a fire head, like it's a little bit lighter in coloration, and but still a really nice combo. I just the super OD Enchi YB stuff is just absolutely insane. Yeah, Never brought up same way Justin was talking about using the Krypton stuff in that line. Yes. Who is that? Oh,
That's Rem.
Oh my god.
This fucking cat. All she does is want to harass the hedgehogs.
Just oh my god. Just love me on camera.
She doesn't care about the snakes at all. She just wants to bug the hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs. Oh yeah, because they're in the same room, right?
Yeah, so I have a closet in here and they're in the closet. Rem, can you fucking move?
She's like, no, this is perfect.
Oh, here. Come over here. Stupid ass cat. Oh my god. Don't get a Maine Coon.
I don't think we'll ever get cat, but that was barely English. I don't think we'll ever get cat.
I'm upset with you.
No, I love cats. It's just it's a full house right now, man.
That's fair.
Also,
Yeah.
I'm super allergic.
Oh, that's a good reason.
With that.
Also,
Yeah, that's
super allergic.
Yeah, that's probably the one to lead with.
It's just because we don't have space. Otherwise, she could just put up with being completely allergic and going into shock. Essentially,
You can take pills every 6 hours. You're fine.
I also wish I could have a rabbit, but I am deathly allergic. Not because
Oh wow.
just for myself. You know.
He's lying though.
No, I'm not lying. I'm like deathly allergic to rabbits. I wish I could have a rabbit.
Deathly allergic, you would actually die.
Death. No, I'm just joking.
Try it out.
No, I just get like it's super bad. I just like start sneezing and I don't stop. Like it's ridiculous.
That's fair.
At the pet store, it was just like anytime I ever had to deal with like the small animal section, as soon as I would get close to the rabbits, I'd be a wreck. Yeah, I just like literally snot pouring everywhere is disgusting, man.
Hay
It's fine.
fever season.
No more animals.
Yeah, just snakes.
No more animals.
Just snakes is good.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's funny that comment came up right now. Because another one's here.
Yeah.
Come
Is
on.
there another one?
Yeah, come on, stupid. Come on. Come on. Come on. What are you doing?
Mindy says Maine Coons don't give a shit. They just they'll just do whatever. Aw.
This is Peach. She's
Peach.
ridiculous.
Aw.
She's purring her head off.
Yes.
that name.
Yeah, I
That's
like that
cute.
name. That's a good one. Yes.
She doesn't care.
I love when their arms do that when you hold them like that. They're just like stiff.
Yeah.
I do like cats though.
Rem's still sitting right there. I just got her out of the way.
What about me? She says.
All right. You can go now. Bye. Hey.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions for Amy about
What's it like
About
putting
me?
up with Sal?
yeah, seriously.
I don't even have to. Sal is exactly as nice as you think he is.
Yeah, I'm not
Like
I'm
all the time. It's
not faking it.
It's a completely genuine thing. The only thing that I'll say is he has a really dark sense of humor that nobody else
Yeah, I don't show
sees
that here.
ever.
But
So,
I can get
Oh, that's too bad.
yeah.
I will. It'll come. I'm sure it'll come out eventually. I'm also a shy person though, so I.
Oh, that's fair. See, I'm not shy and I don't give a fuck about anybody. So,
Yeah, I mean that's the thing though. Is like, honestly, I'm the reason I like snakes and animals so much is because I fucking hate a lot of people. So that's the thing. Is like I'm nice to people. I will be nice. I'm not fake, But if someone's an asshole, I will make them know that they're an asshole. Like I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. But
So somebody asked me, they're like, do you think subconsciously we gravitate towards snakes because we know most people don't like them? And I was like, oh shit, maybe.
wow,
Like,
maybe
yeah.
seriously. Maybe that's why the tattoos and snake things go so hand
Yeah.
in hand. You know, like it's such a culture thing where you just hate most people, and that's you know, stay away from me.
Yeah,
Except it kind of
Yeah,
backfired
it
on us
does.
nowadays, because now everyone's like, nice tattoos, man. Can I feel your entire arm? Because that
Yeah.
makes me
Why do you need to touch it? Like,
exactly.
it's
They're
still
not-
just my fucking skin. Like,
Exactly. You can
don't
just
touch me.
you can look, right? Like that's why I got them. Just look from afar. So
You
Yeah.
purposely wear like sweaters out in the middle of summer so people
Yeah.
don't talk
I do.
about them
It's,
or
like,
don't
ridiculous.
like approach you.
That's really funny. I purposely wear tank tops in summer just to intimidate people into not talking to me. So
that's my other half too. Is I'll like sometimes I'll just be like, hey, don't fuck with me. I'm wearing tank tops. So but I am like I'm glad you said that. I don't, because I don't know if sometimes me being nice, if people are like, oh, this guy's like fake as shit, like he's probably such a dick, but I'm not. Like I'm being myself, but I do have a dark sense of humor. I think
I'm a dick.
yeah. but that's the thing though. You're it sounds like you're a dick to the right person though.
What do you mean? I'm a dick to everybody.
A dick to stop being a dick.
Especially Kathleen.
That's true, actually. You do like to harsh on her, though. But
yeah, she deserves it.
No comment.
Nah, I just like giving Kathleen a hard time. It's fun.
I know. See, that's what I mean. You dick to the right person.
Do you have anything that you're breeding that aren't ball pythons?
I was breeding fish actually. I'm pretty big into African cichlids as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I've been breeding them for a couple of years now, and I still have some fry that are growing up nicely. Actually, a couple of the males are finally starting to get their color. I don't know if anyone knows about African cichlids or not, but basically the males take a little bit of time before they start reaching sexual maturity, and then they'll start getting their colors. And usually like the most dominant in the tank will start getting the colors first. So I'm getting some males that are starting to get color. But I'm probably going to stop pretty quick here. I think I'm going to raise this last group of fry, sell them off, and then that'll probably be it for that, just because the snakes are kind of taking over now at this point.
It's hard. Once you start really focusing on the snakes, it's hard to do other stuff. Just like I was talking to you about with the hedgehogs. Like that litter, unfortunately, they didn't make it, but it's the last one we're doing.
Yeah.
We're going to retire those females, and I'm actually going to use that space for my new incubator. Just because it's a lot, man. Like it's great to have babies and it's cool to show them off and they're really cute, but holy fuck, is it ever a lot? First of all, before they lay, they stink because you can't really do much to bug them.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so they start smelling pretty bad, and they're not typically a smelly species, but when you're waiting for babies, especially in a fuck snake room that you're constantly cleaning shit anyway, like it's a lot. So
yeah. It is, man, and like and I'm not even at that point at your point yet. So it's.
I did it again. I said before they lay when I was talking about hedgehogs. I do that all the time.
Oh.
Before they give birth.
That's funny.
Yeah, I do that too, though, and I say I'll say litters a lot of the time by accident with ball pythons because I'm also used to boas. So I'm like,
oh, that's right. Yeah, you were a
another
boa
litter,
guy.
and I'm like, fuck, clutch. Sorry, like. It's just
it's funny because I do the opposite. I'll be like, "Oh, she's gravid." And you mean pregnant? I'm like, "Oh, fuck, yeah, that's the word." Is it still gravid when it's boas, or is it pregnant?
I think it's still gravid.
Is it? I thought gravid was eggs for some reason.
It may be. I honestly
I'll have to look into that.
Sure. I'm not too sure. That
I don't think so because in medical terminology, they use gravid to describe like people. So, I don't know.
I learn something new every day.
There you go. But yeah, I do the same though. That's hilarious though.
That is funny.
Yeah, no, I've had quite a bit of different fish. I've been in the fish hobby for a long time as well, and I've really enjoyed like monster fish like arowana and stingrays and stuff like that. They're a fun hobby to be in. The community's pretty decent too. There's some harsh shit out there for fish though. Yeah, I guess it's kind of similar to ball pythons and stuff. Like depending on the group that you're in, and on a lot of Facebook groups, it can be hard.
Nick is really interested in fish and breeding fish, but he doesn't right now. But he's quite aware of like that community and stuff like that. So I've heard a fair bit about it.
Yeah, it can be quite. People have a heavy opinion in that community for sure.
I feel like that's any opinion where you breed anything, though.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so true, man. And like that's the thing is like there's just so many different ways to do stuff, and it's just people being dicks in different areas. That's all it is. And
you can't argue with people like that, because once somebody's already decided that they're right, it doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a waste of time.
Yep.
That's why it's not even worth it, man. I don't give a shit. And that's why I'm like saying like I'm nice, but once people start asking dickish questions, I don't have time for that shit. I worked in a tattoo shop for 10 years. I put up with enough bullshit questions, and I don't have time for that.
See, my thing is, I love telling people that I told you so. I fucking love it. I get off on it. I just like, I don't know why you didn't listen to me. I don't fucking talk unless I know what I'm talking about. You probably should have. So, haha, fuck you.
Too bad.
Like,
yep.
You should answer that question, because you could explain what the cichlids.
Oh yeah, so
while you do that, can I grab another drink?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Be right back.
So with fish, it's kind of sweet because there's like, well, with African cichlids anyway, which is what I know more so about. I don't know about all species of fish, but they're mouth brooders, so they actually keep the eggs in their mouth as they're growing, and then once they reach to like the swimming stage, basically they spit them out. So like with us, when I'm breeding the cichlids, all the females, I'll come downstairs. We keep everything in the basement, but I'll come downstairs and their mouth will look really big, and that's how you know that they'll have eggs. So you have to kind of start like a timer on them for when you can pull the eggs. Now you can pull the eggs and put them in like an egg tumbler, or you can let them like mouth brood them naturally, and then let them spit. The only problem with doing that in a tank like I have one male and 9 females. So if the female spits while you're not around, they will get absolutely destroyed. Like every single one will get eaten pretty much. So I try to pull them. I usually like to give them like a week or so if I'm gonna tumble them. If not, then like sometimes if like right now I'm overrun, like I can't really hold any more babies back at this point. So I do let them spit naturally, and then I let nature take its course, unfortunately, and they, it feeds the other fish. But yeah, and then other species, obviously, I'm not sure if it's. I assume it's just called. I think it's just pregnant. I don't know if there's an actual terminology for fish being pregnant or whatever it would be. But yeah, no, cichlids are definitely one of my favorite fish, and especially there's a lot of the. I'm trying to remember the names of them now. The predatory. It's slipping out of my mind right now. One glass of wine, and I'm like, the predator haps. Sorry. There's a species called Haplochromis, and there's like a predator hap section within that genus, and like some of them get up to like 16 inches, but they have the same coloration as some of the smaller peacocks, so they get like this really crazy blue, oranges, like really, really nice. Yeah.
Very cool.
I was just reading some of the comments, sorry.
I know nothing about fish, so I'm just gonna sit here and nod my head.
Now.
Nice to meet you.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, so okay, I'm just reading what Kathleen was saying because I think she's kind of into cichlids as well. Yeah, so the egg spots are really interesting too. They on their anal fin, they have like these kind of shinier looking dots, and they replicate the eggs. So when they kind of attract the female over, and they shake their tail thinking it's eggs, so they can actually fertilize the eggs themselves. But they're really cool. If you guys haven't seen African cichlids, definitely take a look at them. They're probably one of the nicest. I would say they're the nicest and closest thing to saltwater fish without actually going into that realm. So very, very cool. Yeah, so anyways, more into the snake realm.
I don't think you answered my question.
Yes. What's up?
What do you think is your first female that's going to go for you?
Oh yeah. Okay. So I do think it's going to be the Pastel Calico. I'm pretty sure she had her pre-lay shed on Friday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it sucks because like I don't know if everyone knows, but my snakes aren't at my house; they're at my shop. So like when I'm pairing up males to females, I'm not there all day. Unfortunately, I wish I could be, but I'm not there all day, obviously. So I get to check on them once a day, sometimes twice a day. Now I should be seeing locks by that most of the time, which I do on some of them, but I don't always see locks. So I don't know. I could be missing. I doubt I would miss an ovulation, but I could be seeing the tail end of an ovulation.
Can you put up Zach's comment?
Yes.
That is a very common theme with me, Zach. So it's very possible.
It's all good, man. Don't worry.
In one ear, out the other.
I talk very fast too, and I apologize for everyone if I talk fast. Sometimes I just get jittery and I get excited. But yes, it is the Pastel Calico. But I sometimes I'm wondering if I'm missing an ovulation and just getting the tail end, and then I'm thinking that it's just building. I'm thinking the female is building, and I'm like, oh man, she's looking really good today. She's looking thick, and maybe I missed an ovulation.
It's actually really funny because the red xanthic Hypothetical in pre-lay shed right now.
Yeah.
I thought she ovulated about 5 times before she did. She had the biggest pre-ov swell I've ever seen. But then when she finally ovulated, I was like, oh my God. Like,
yeah.
You poor thing. Like, Jesus Christ. So
Yes.
I definitely understand that. And sometimes you see them and you're like, is that it shouldn't be, but is that an ovulation? Like maybe? I don't know.
I know. And that's the thing, like I'm glad you say that, because like sometimes I feel like my inexperience in seeing an ovulation or not knowing if they're getting to that point. And there's been a couple females this year where I would take a picture and I'm looking at them like, fuck man, like is she almost ovulation? Like, because they look so thick, right? And some of them, especially recently, 4 of my girls have gone off feed within like the last month or less, depending which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
Which were my best feeders throughout the year, who don't skip meals, and that still look big. So I'm like, okay, well, and the Pastel Calico is one of them. She looks massive. She hasn't eaten in a month now, and she just shed on Friday. So and her behavior, I've been trying to pay attention to behavior the most, just because I've heard from so many people to pay attention to that behavior.
So basically, a good indicator is if they're on the cool side, like if you think you missed an ovulation and they start going into shed, if they're on the cool side, once they shed, within that next week, they should move exclusively to the hot side. You might see them lingering on the other side once in a while, but if they then just shift over to the warm side and stay there, it's a very good sign that you have eggs coming.
And
that's actually my first year, that big pied I told you about.
Yeah.
My first year, the reason I knew she was gravid is because I totally missed an ovulation, didn't know what was going on. But she was hanging out on the cool side and then shed one day randomly. I even missed that she was going in shed. Opened the bin, there was a shed and she was on the other side. And I was like, that's really fucking weird. So I palpated her. I was like, nope, those are eggs. Like, yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So that was one of the, like I said, I've been paying attention, and like that Pastel Calico, I mean, she was on her hot side, obviously, but like not like now. Now she is exclusively over there. She's coiled, like she's staying on that side.
If she's coiled on the hot side, that's an even better side.
Yeah, and she is. And that's not like her. She's normally she likes to kind of hang out mid-range, a little bit on the hot, a little bit in the middle kind of thing. That's usually her thing, and I pay attention because I wanted to. But now she's coiled and staying on that hot side. She just shed on Friday, and it seems like everything's kind of connecting. So I'm hoping.
Have you practiced palpating at all?
I have. I can feel, like I can feel the follicles. I just don't know. I'm not good enough yet where I can tell the size or what stage they would be at, I guess.
So if she's actually going to go, you should be able to feel them right now. Like you should be able to palpate her and go, oh, that's a fucking egg. That's a fucking egg. Like,
okay.
So,
I will definitely.
Yeah, you should check her because unless she's jam-packed, like if she has a ton of eggs, they might be, this has happened to me before. There's so many in such a small space. They're jammed really close together and it just feels like a continuous nothing.
Right,
but if they have a normal amount of eggs, you should be able to feel them. So
Okay,
I would at least try.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow straight up. And like that was another thing because of my inexperience. I'm like, man, I don't want to like. I just always have this thing in my head where I'm like, I don't want to bug her, you know, like she's going through a lot, and I don't know. I should do it though. I mean, like obviously it's not gonna bug her that much. Just
Yeah, as long as you don't fuck around with them a bunch,
yeah,
like you're fine. Like when I have girls that are gravid, you know, I'll still pull them out, not pull them out and like play with them or anything, but you know, I'll move them to the cool side and I'll give them a really quick check over and all that kind of stuff because you never know, man. Like I've had a female get scale rot. That was well, she was just starting it,
right.
but it was because she was coiled on the hot side and they didn't want to move or anything like that. And
Yeah.
she pissed all underneath herself. Like there was urates and stuff underneath her coil. And she's
Yeah.
just sitting on them for like 2.5, 3 weeks.
Oh man.
And then, well, I assume it was that long. I don't know.
Yeah,
But then she laid and I pulled her off the clutch and I looked underneath her and she like her belly scales are starting to go a bit orange. And I was like, ah, fuck.
Okay.
So luckily it was early enough that I could, you know,
yeah, take care
just
of that.
put her on paper towel and keep an eye on her, and she shed it out. Which a lot of people don't realize. If you see the start of scale rot, if it's just beginning, if it's not bad, switch them over to paper towel and just keep an eye on them. They'll shed it out as long as it doesn't get like to the point where the entire belly's all fucked or a big patch. It'll disappear. And I got really lucky, but since then I'm like, fuck this. Like, you know what? Eggs are great, but I don't want to risk my female because I thought it was a good idea to leave her alone. Like, I've heard of females getting RIs in the month leading up to before they lay. Like,
oh my god, dude, that's brutal.
I wouldn't know. I've never like if a female's gravid, usually I'll just open the bin and be like, oh, not yet, and close it, and that's it.
Yeah.
So you'd have no idea if she's opening her mouth or, you know, blowing bubbles. You have no fucking clue.
Yeah, I know. I have to check on that now because like I definitely don't want anything like that. I mean, I want eggs too, but not in that sense. I don't want to put them through anything like that.
And to be fair, I'm really blowing it out of proportion here. Obviously, like
yeah,
huge.
Extreme.
This might happen once in 1,000 times.
Right.
But I'd like to know personally, right?
No, and that's why it's good to know. Like I said, like in my inexperience, it's more so just because I do appreciate animals so much. I don't want to. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to like do anything to disturb her, you know. But at the same time, it's, you know, that's something I should be looking for. And you know, going along with other females, I also have that I posted on my Instagram that Pastel pied female.
Yep.
I think she also exact same scenario. She was a snake who, you know, wasn't always on her heat all the time. She's kind of more of a mid-range snake. She likes the middle. But the thing with her is that she was one of the snakes that as soon as you start feeding, her fucking head is right at the lip of the bin and ready to come out 3 feet for the rat.
Oh yeah, I have a couple like that.
Yeah. So you know, the last 2 feedings when I fed her did not move off her heat the last 2 feedings after her shed did not move off the heat spot, not even like a care in the world. So I thought that was really weird. I was starting to think maybe there was something going on with my rack, so I checked humidity and temps. Everything is as usual. There's nothing has changed. There's other snakes in that rack that are eating fine and as usual. So I think she's another good one that's that I might be seeing eggs within the next month. But I'm definitely going to try to palpate them because if I can feel the eggs that easily, then.
And I don't want to make it seem like it's just the easiest thing in the world. Like you're still gonna. What I would suggest is a single piece of paper towel and just use one finger while you're trying to palpate. It'll help. It'll increase your chances greatly. But I would say that even inexperienced, you should be able to feel them.
Yeah, see, and that would be great. And then, like I said, I'm not super experienced. I can feel follicles. I just never knew. It's hard for me to know at what stage she would be at, I guess.
That's fair.
That comes with time, though. I assume after you start, you know, getting used to the feeling of them. And this question.
I have a Pastel Lesser Batman pairing right now. Isn't that cool?
Which one? Sorry.
I have a Pastel Lesser Batman pairing right now. If the male decides to start locking again.
Dude, that is sick.
Yeah, Pastel Lesser Leopard Clown to Spot Nose Het.
Oh my god, man, that would be awesome. Would you ever What for you? Do you like tarantulas? Would you ever own a tarantula?
No, I'm not afraid of them or anything. It's not my thing.
Right.
I owned one named Cuddles long
Yes.
ago. Just rose hair. No,
Yeah. Or is it?
is that one?
I think it's rose. I think it's rose hair.
I don't know. I had a very standard tarantula a long time ago, and they're cool. They're just not my thing. When you putting that video out on your YouTube, Chris? Which video? Oh, the hatchlings. Haven't recorded it yet, so need to figure that out. No, I'm actually considering doing it tomorrow. The only thing that's holding me back from that is I want the Pastel DG in the video, and he is at Nick's house, and we are under very, very strict stay-at-home orders right now. So,
Oh, right.
yeah, because
Gotcha.
Ontario sucks.
Just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna adjust my camera angle because my neck is about to break off here. So I'm just gonna adjust it quick. Eh. Yeah, I think Zach posted. I was actually on that live. I think Zach, when Chris was walking you through it. Chris and Marshall were walking you through it. So I'm gonna definitely try that. I have tried. I used the paper towel method actually because of that video. That was the video that got. I was like, damn, that's awesome. That's so smart. So I'll give it another try, and that'd be awesome. If I can feel the eggs, man, I'm gonna be super stoked because
What I would suggest is use your middle finger.
Yeah, I remember that too. Because you're saying some people use both fingers sometimes, and it's hard.
Yeah. So what people I've noticed originally do is they just grab and try and feel. You don't want, because what happens is you're used to just using your hand as your hand, right? But you actually have 5 distinct digits on your hand that all have individual fucking receptors to touch. So it's very easy to, especially if your female is far along, like you're hoping yours is, basically confuse your brain as to what you're feeling. If you only have one finger, you know exactly what is what and where it is. So
that makes sense. And like when you're palpating, would there be anything else that you would be confusing as a follicle? Like, would there be other things that you would be like, oh, that's a follicle? Or
nothing feels like a follicle. You will feel other stuff, but it doesn't feel like a follicle. So one of the big ones is urates. I get a lot of like, oh, I felt like one solid ball like closer to the tail. I was like, that's urates. And they're like, how do you know? Like, because of where it was, for one. And unless your snake's about to lay one egg, and it's not even a big egg, like it is what it is, right? But like you can easily feel food, which I wouldn't recommend palpating after you feed anyway. Give them like 5-6 days. And urates, urates are the other one. But sometimes you can feel the gallbladder. It doesn't really feel like a follicle though. So
because it's basically follicles are more kind of like a bump rather than one.
And they're round. Like follicles are round. You will notice that they're round. Nothing else inside your snake is going to be a circle, like a perfect circle, essentially. So you should be good. Like, let's see if I have one that I can do right now.
Sweet, that'd be awesome.
I'm just trying to see if there's any that I know for a fact would have follicles.
Yeah, no worries, man. If not, it's all good.
Paired. Are you going to the shed? Just big pastel clown girl.
Nice.
She's going to the shed. She looks a lot better than this normally.
She's nice, actually. I like all the darks are pretty dark on her.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put her to the pastel leopard ODYB het.
Nice.
Yeah, so that should be fun. ODYB leopard super pastel clowns.
Holy shit, man, that'd be intense. Getting the leopard in there would be nice too. That'll help out for sure.
Yeah, come on, baby. There we go. So what I do They just take it, pinch hard,
Yeah.
and just feel. And they're right there.
Right there.
1, 2. Oh, she's still got a meal in her. I don't want to fuck around with her too much.
No, don't worry.
As soon as I started feeling them, I felt the gurgle, and I was like, I don't want to get shit on right now.
Okay, I'm glad that's not just me. I felt that. I know exactly that sound you're talking about. That.
Yeah. So, but yeah, basically, one of the big mistakes I see people make when they first start is they don't push hard enough. They think they're going to hurt the snake.
Right.
These things can get through. Yeah, you couldn't press hard enough. Like obviously, if you crushed it, you could. But they can deal with a lot. Push up until you feel real resistance. So until you feel something inside, and then just let them do their thing. And how easily they'll slide through your fingers, you'll realize that they don't give a fuck that you're doing it.
Yeah, they don't care, right?
They can get through anything.
Those are pretty high up into there, right? I don't know how to word it properly, but
they're yes, so it's up almost not quite at the spine, but like just below it on either side.
Okay, gotcha. Sweet, man, that's awesome. No, that'll help, and I mean, anyone who ever ends up watching this video, whenever it's nice to know like the little tips, because you hear there's so many videos out there, but there's certain like little tips that they kind of miss out on sometimes, and just that little bit of extra information helps. Like the paper towel thing. Like just that alone made it easier for me. Whereas before, back in the day, I never felt them before. When I use the paper towel, now I'm starting to be like, okay, I'm pretty sure that that's what I'm hitting, and I'm feeling that doot 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 doot.
And it's crazy why the paper towel works. And I couldn't figure it out for a while, but I went back, and now I can do it with my fingers now because I've done it so much, like without a paper towel. But I went back and actually tried it out on a couple females to figure it out. And it's actually because the friction of your finger versus the friction of their belly scales, because their belly scales aren't as, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but their belly scales don't slide as easily as like the top, because obviously they need a little bit of grab while they're moving. So what happens is you're feeling, and your fingers are actually sticking and then like jumping a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not actually getting a smooth feeling. So what you can do is you can actually skip past the follicles while you're feeling them without even realizing it. Yeah. So it's definitely a really good way, especially just to get comfortable with what you're feeling for. And then if you want to keep using it, you can. And if you don't, fuck it, don't.
Yeah.
But
if you get the hang of it, I mean, but like I do think that's a helpful tip for especially anyone like in my experience level where it's making it easier at any rate. So
Masma Reptiles, any tips on how to switch a mouser to rat? So I won't, because what I do is if I ever get a mouser, I immediately get them on ASFs instead, because generally mousers will take ASFs. Step one. Everybody's like, you're going backwards. Why the fuck are you doing that? It's because I find it a lot easier to get a ball python eating ASFs onto rats than a ball python eating mice onto rats.
I agree. 100%. I have never had troubles with ASF to rat, but mouse to rat, obviously, yeah.
So I don't know what it is. ASF don't smell as bad as mice, but for some reason, I feel like the scent transfer works a lot better for rats. So whenever I scent a rat with an ASF, and usually I have a couple ASFs just frozen in my freezer just to scent if I ever have an issue snake. It's worked for me. But the other thing is too, if they're eating, was it raining? Fucking perfect.
What? Nice. Dude, that's awesome.
I didn't even know it was supposed to rain. That's amazing. I have so many males locked up right now, or paired up right now. What you could do, I guess, that I never really thought of doing, if they're eating mice and you don't want to fuck with it, I guess you could just offer a rat that's been scented by an ASF and then still feed the mouse. Because if you're scenting, all you need is one ASF. You can thaw and freeze that ASF as many times as you want because you're not feeding it off. You're just using it for its scent and just eventually throw it out. So I don't know if that would work as well as what I do, but I find getting them onto ASFs and then switching has been way fucking easier.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, like I've gone from ASF to rat with I would say not much effort. Like I don't know, maybe it's just my luck, but I haven't had, and I've had experience in quite a few having to switch from ASF to rat, and I haven't had an issue. But mouse to rat, I've had issues with before. So that's awesome to know.
Yeah. So
Hopefully,
I'm the same way because where are you from? Sorry, you're in Alberta, right?
yeah,
Where is it that you can't have rats? It's not Alberta, is it?
we can't have live rats here yet. We can have
Oh
live
shit.
ASFs, luckily, but no live rats.
So do you feed
Sucks.
frozen thawed rats?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then and this is no dig on him in any way, shape, or form because the dude's amazing, makes awesome animals, and is killer. But I bought an animal from Phil Robinson, and that thing was on mice, and I had a bitch of a time getting it on rats. Oh my god,
Yep.
it was so bad. And after that, I started on my ASF method.
Yep.
Anytime I got a snake in from out that way,
Yep.
and it's been way better. So
that's awesome, man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Phil's a great guy. I love Phil.
Oh, for sure. No, like
Especially
that
not
dude
you,
has
dude.
some incredible animals. Holy
Dude,
crap.
insane, man. Insane. I think every time, because our shows here aren't anything close to the shows out there. But there's the WCRE, which is pretty sweet. But Phil,
I wanted to come out to that this year or last year before
Dude.
it didn't happen.
I wish, man. Like that would have been so awesome. Like
Yeah.
I know I miss shows, man. I was looking forward to hopefully doing my first show this year. And I know you were saying like last year you were hoping for your first show to Bend anyways. Yeah, and it sucks, man. I was really that was one of the things I was looking forward to the most was vending at a show. I know.
Well, me and Billy were actually briefly talking about just doing a big shipment of our animals, shipping a bunch of stuff out to somebody out there, and actually vending out there.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah,
so sick.
It would have been great,
awesome.
but it didn't happen.
Because
if me and him just got 4 giant boxes together and shipped them on the same shipment, it would have been fairly straightforward. I wouldn't have wanted to have to ship all my stuff separately. That would have probably been a bit of a hassle. But if you have him, or even like if Austin also wanted to join it, like it would have made it probably a little more economically feasible.
Yeah,
because then we still have to get out there, hotels, all that kind of crap. But yeah, man, I was so excited. This year we were gonna try, or last year we were gonna try, if not vend, at least be at the WCRE. Is that what it's called?
Yep, you got it.
And then I was gonna do both Tinleys. I was gonna do
man,
Arlington. Like,
yeah, Arlington looks like it's a good show too, actually. I would love to go to Tinley, man. I have to do Tinley. I still want to do the CRB, obviously, as well, just because that would be a little bit easier for me. But
man, I'm telling you right now, find a way to make it to the CRBE.
Yeah, I'm doing it, man.
It's a fucking party, dude.
Oh,
like
man.
the last CRBE that we did in 2019, I only live 45 minutes from where it is, and I still got a hotel near the fucking venue just to fucking hang out with everybody.
That's
like
awesome.
It was the best time, dude. Like me, Nick, and Cusco ended up in our hotel room at like 2 a.m. fucking drinking like the shittiest beer, watching all the crappy Spider-Man movies. Like it was the best time.
That's that's like, it's the experience, man. Like obviously I want to go and see the snakes and meet some people, but the experience is just hanging out with people that you get to watch and shit on here and
well, I don't mean to interrupt you, but
it's all good.
Something that I kind of realized after that show, it's not just being able to talk to the people that you know and don't get a chance to see a lot, and it's not just seeing all the cool snakes, but it's being able to walk around with these people that you don't get a lot of time with and seeing all the shit that you connected over. Like there's nothing better. Like it's so cool.
I can't imagine, man. Like that's why, like, even when I go to shows here, I'm like, man, this is so sick. But the problem is though, is that these shows aren't like that. Like they don't have that same kind of connection. And I want to go to a show like that where the people I'm talking to on Instagram or through YouTube or whatever, I want to meet them in person and like you said, walk around and just check out all this crazy shit, man.
At the next CRB that happens, I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do is try to lock down like 2 hotel rooms and just buy a couple cases of beer and just like everybody that's in the Discord or whatever, and just say, guys, like fucking here's the rooms, fucking come knock on the door, grab a beer, like just come hang.
That'd
And
be
it's
so
we're
sick.
just gonna like basically just have like a party room and then a room that hopefully doesn't get too destroyed that I can sleep in. Like, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Because it's just it's so fun, and we like at this point it sucks because I feel like I've made more connections in this hobby in 2020 than I have ever.
Yeah.
And of course, that's the year that I can't meet fucking anybody.
I know, it's pain, man. Well, and like when you were saying like it was the first year that you were planning on vending, it kills me because now I feel like I hope it doesn't work out this way, but now I'm like, this was my first year that I was hoping, and the way shit's going currently, it sucks because I'm like,
I
fuck,
think
man,
by the end, I think by the second half of 2021, we'll start seeing some shows just because slowly this fucking vaccine's rolling out, and
Yeah,
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, like, I need it to happen.
Me too, man. Like, it's like, you know, spring shows, whatever. Like, I mean, I would still like to hit some spring shows, obviously, but I mean, if we get the fall show at least, that would be sick. Like,
yeah, if all I get is a CRBE,
yeah,
I will be able to deal with missing Tinley again.
Yeah, if we can get that at least, that would be amazing, man. Because
I think honestly, if we can get the CRBE and only CRBE, I think this year's CRBE will be the fucking best. Like it'll be the biggest fucking show ever.
It's gonna be insane, man, because everyone's gonna be just like jetting to go there. Like it's and like you said, 2020 I think was a big year for. It just feels like a lot of people are really coming together, and they're I don't know. I think you're right. I think it'll be huge if it does happen. The CRB is gonna be huge this year. I just wanted to touch base because I kind of skipped over Elliot's Canada ASF. I thought they don't have them. Yeah, we have them here. I don't know if ASFs. I think we can have ASFs everywhere, as far as I know. I don't know if there is a province in Canada that can't have ASFs. I'm not sure about the East Coast, but I believe West Coast we can have them.
I don't think there's anywhere you can't have African soft furs.
I don't think there is, as far as I know.
I
don't know.
Fucking love Tri-Stripe.
Yeah.
I don't have the room to get into another project right now, and me and Nick really, really want some Tri-Stripe, but we've made a concerted effort to only buy animals within our projects for now until we at least get a little bit more established.
Yeah.
And when I say more established, I don't mean that we're not established as breeders. I mean, once those projects get a little bit more weight behind them. Once our females that were growing up are a little bit heavier hitters than the males that we have in the projects are, really ready to go. Like Pied. I would love to tell you that we have a ton of really, really cool Pied stuff, but realistically, we have that crazy ass male.
Yeah.
We have the yellow belly Pied het lav.
You have a bunch of cool dreamsicle shit though, don't you?
Oh yeah, we have 2 male dreamsicles, but who cares about dreamsicles?
Oh yeah, who cares? But I mean, the thing is that you have potential though, and I see what you mean. Like once you start growing that potential,
you got it. So, and I'm joking about the dreamsicle stuff, 100%, guys. I did not mean that at all. Dreamsicles are amazing. But what I mean is, I don't want to make only dreamsicles.
Yeah,
I could make only dreamsicles all day. I have 2 female dreamsicles, 2 male dreamsicles, 2 giant double het females right here. I have a
nice
black bee. Where the fuck is she? A black bee right here. Black bee lavender, 50% het Pied that has a ringer. So black pastel spider, black pastel spider lavender, 50% het Pied. And then up here I have a black pastel Mojave, 100% het lav, 50% het Pied that also has a ringer. And she's actually ready to breed. She just won't fucking eat. So she's in a small tub because she only eats in there. But, like I said, I don't want to make just dreamsicles.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have 2 male dreamsicles behind me. I have 2 double het dreamsicle females beside me. I could very easily take my the bigger dreamsicle male, put him in with those and go, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get some fucking dream skulls,
Yeah,
but I don't want to fucking do that.
fair enough.
Both of them were paired with the yellow belly pied hat lavender. I'd rather take my fucking chances and hit yellow belly dreams because they're fucking incredible
Yep.
than just make plain ass dream skulls.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. Like, I think that's a smarter decision overall. Like,
Fucking Chris Eaton's here. What the
oh,
fuck?
sick.
That is so cool. What's up, buddy?
Dude,
I
what's
actually
up?
just talked to him today on the phone. That was he's
awesome.
a fucking solid dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate
Yeah,
you stopping
thanks.
in, man.
Appreciate it. And actually, I think he just followed me on or subbed to me on YouTube, so I really
Oh,
man, that's
sick.
sick.
No, that guy's awesome. His fucking podcasts have got me through a lot of long ass boring drives. No,
That's
seriously
awesome,
though, like I drive a lot for work and I burned through his entire catalog a couple times.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love the podcast where he makes fun of Miguel for getting bucked off the bull. That was great. I love when people give Miguel shit.
Yeah,
Not real shit
No,
though,
I
because
know,
Miguel's
yeah.
an awesome dude. But
I know. People,
Yeah.
man, too many haters. Especially with
If
that poor guy, man, because I hear like, from reputable people, I hear so many good things, and then all the little fucking keyboard warriors who give him shit. It's like they don't even realize. It just pisses me off that if someone worked hard their entire life, whatever they did, like, go fuck yourself. If he decides he wants to put money into something, go fuck yourself.
That is my biggest pet peeve in this hobby when people are like,
Yep.
oh, he just came into it with money. Like, where the fuck do you think he got the money from? He
Exactly.
fucking worked his ass off for it.
He
Fuck
worked his ass
you.
off. He had other
Like,
shit going on.
Sorry that you work your fucking minimum wage fucking McDonald's job and can only
Yep.
afford the pastel het pied meal that you're hoping might make you a fucking pied with the pos hets you make this year in 5 fucking years. But don't fucking shit on Miguel.
Exactly.
Like
give him
the
a
guy
break,
fucking
dude.
killed himself his entire life to fucking make the money he made.
Yes, and
fuck
that's up
you.
to him. That's up to him and how he wants to spend it. Like, even, you know what? Fuck it. Even if he won the fucking lottery, it doesn't matter. It's his decision. Like, what does
The
it matter?
best part about it is these people are giving him a hard time, but all that money is doing is helping the fucking hobby.
Exactly.
Him making cool animals is putting money into the hobby. Him buying the cool animals to make them is putting money into the hobby.
Yes.
Stop fucking complaining.
And
Like,
oh no,
fuck.
some guy's making it popular. Oh, that's really gonna shit on all of us if it's more popular. Like, I don't, it's just like,
heaven forbid the price on something goes up and people make a bit more money on it and put more money into the fucking hobby.
Exactly.
God damn.
And oh no, he made this and he's bringing, now this gene went up. Well, if half of us have that gene already in our collection, great for fucking us. Like, that's, oh no. It's just like JKR. Like, if he makes a video and a price of a gene goes up, if some of us have that gene in our collection already, then great, man. That's awesome. I don't know. I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense to me. Pikeline pythons. Do you know anything about import export?
Me?
Yeah.
Not a lick, actually. So this is great.
All right, so I'm gonna spread some knowledge. You're all gonna be
awesome,
super fucking knowledgeable in import export now. You pay somebody and they do it for you. I'm not joking.
Boom. Okay. And what? Yeah. Go
so
further on that.
there's 2 people in Canada that can export to the U.S. Well, no, I shouldn't say there's 2. There's a couple, but there's 2 that you can pay to do it for you. There's a few people that have their CITES registration thing, whatever the hell it's called, that can do their own, but they don't do it for other people. But you can either go through MBK Reptiles in Canada, and they'll do export for you, or Reptiles Express can also export for you. And basically all you do is they give you an address, you ship your animal to that address, you then give them the US address, and they do the rest. And you just pay them the money. It's very fucking easy.
Man, that's the way to go. And if I ever have to do it, I'll probably just go through Reptile Express.
Yeah, well, before you do, message me, because there's money stuff. But
for sure.
In the States, I believe there's more than 2 guys. So you just basically have to be connected with whoever it is. And unfortunately, I don't know, because the Canadian guys that I use are already connected with them. So they just sort of push off the information to the people sending me snakes, and I get them, right? Or, because I'm a lucky bastard, Justin Kabilka ships my snakes that aren't from Justin to me, because he's a very, very nice guy. But seriously, no, he actually shipped me like 6 snakes. I paid him for it because I was super gracious.
Yeah.
But he didn't ask for money. Like he just did it because he had a shipment coming up. But he shipped out my 3 Cusco animals, the 2 Pastel clown het pieds and Pastel Enchi clown het pied females.
Damn it. Yep.
Yeah, dude. And then he also shipped me the Leo DG het pied and the Super GHI Mojave het clown. And also the fucking leopard GHI double het clown pied.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, so Justin really helped me out this year with export. He was actually
That's sick.
Yeah, he was actually a lot well, I shouldn't say he was a lot cheaper because I was the one that just sent him the money as a thank you, but I was just like, hey man, like $100 an animal, cool? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, fuck. Like
That's awesome.
It's quite pricey for anybody that's looking into it, and you're looking at a couple to a few $100s depending on where you're shipping from and all the costs involved there, because you have to pay to ship your animal to the person, and then you still have to pay for the export.
Right.
And if you're the one bringing it in, you also have to pay the taxes on the animal, which is a big one. So either make friends with the person you're buying snakes from, so they'll say it costs less, or pay Canadian taxes because Canada sucks.
So if you're bringing in a snake from the States, let's say from someone who isn't like, what would kind of be the max number that you would hear of, basically? Like if you wanted to get a snake from the States, like are we looking at $300-$400?
So general cost so far is around $300 to $400. Now, Reptile Express does it a different way, and they're more expensive, but they're only more expensive because they do it a different way. And that's because they actually, if you go through Reptiles Express, they'll send your animal themselves. Like they'll do the whole thing for your snake. The export is for you. You know what I mean? Whereas if you go through some of these other guys, they'll wait until they have a bulk shipment and say, hey, on this date, send me the animal, and they'll ship them all out. And that's when you get into the like 150 to 250 US an animal price. If you go through Reptiles Express, I think you're looking more at like 5-6. But yeah, it's pricey, but it's also you have a lot better chance of nothing going wrong, because
Okay, that makes sense, right?
usually what they'll do is they'll book an export with you, right? They'll book an export with you, and you go, okay, yeah, I wanted to go on this date, and they go, okay, yeah, and they arrange all the shit, and then Sam will reach out to some of his normal clients and say, hey, I'm already doing an export. Do you want to put anything on it? And he'll take, say Billy or Phil or fucking June or Khalil or Nicole Lyons. Like they'll take a couple extra packages if they have something that's supposed to go out.
Right.
And then he'll literally drive it across the border and ship it with FedEx on the other side. Yeah, so he'll go through all the fucking CITES shit with the officials and all that kind of crap himself. Sam does it. It's like the service that Reptiles Express gives you for the money is worth it. That's why it's so much. So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I
if
mean,
you're buying yourself a $5,000-$7,000 animal, suck it up and do it, dude.
Absolutely.
Suck it up and do it.
I agree. I mean, if you're up there already in those numbers, that extra 500 really is worth. It's worth that peace of mind for sure. And just
you got it.
I really appreciate all the comments, man. This is awesome. I appreciate all of you hopping in and asking questions, and it's nice having someone like Chris with a bit more experience than myself. Like I'm just getting back into stuff, so the last time I was all into this, shit was way different. People were not as nice, I will say. Things have changed drastically since I've.
Oh yeah.
So,
I don't know if Chris is still here, but I was actually talking to him on the phone earlier, and we were talking about that. How I was in the hobby the first time back when things were garbage.
Yeah.
And people just basically were out to fuck you.
Seriously, 100%, man, 100%.
It sucked. Nowadays, this hobby is so much better.
Yeah.
And it's a lot less stress. That's the thing that I love about the hobby now. There was a lot of stress before because there was a lot of, there he is.
Yes.
Because there was a lot of fucking just garbage. You didn't know if the information you were getting from people that you were trying to follow to do well was actually good info. Like,
Yep.
I could have eggs and I could have told somebody, somebody could have told me, hey, fucking put them right in the vermiculite. Make sure the fucking top on the egg bin's loose because you want to make sure they get enough air, and like don't
Seriously,
put
man.
any water in the vermiculite because you
Yep.
don't want the eggs. Like, there was so much of that shit. It was so bad. And now, like, the amount of information that's out there, real good information, and the amount of these things that are out there, these lives, where there's all this info, it's phenomenal because now people can get in and feel confident, even though they've never fucking done it before.
Yes,
And it's
exactly.
all it can do is help the hobby because people aren't getting as discouraged. They're not quitting because they got bad info and got fucked.
Yep.
Like, and
Exactly,
I
man.
couldn't tell you how many people I've known, how many friends I've had in this hobby that just said, fuck this, I'm out, I'm done. I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Seriously. It's so true. And it's like, if we don't get people, I mean, it's awesome selling people pet snakes. Like that'll never change for me. Like I will always be happy to sell pet snake. But if we don't get more people into this hobby, how else are we going to fucking sell these powerhouses? No one is going to buy not many people are going to buy a $4,500 pet snake. Like, we need to build the hobby in order to keep it going. And if you keep fucking making people ditch out and leave, like, there are plenty of snakes to go around. We need more people.
You're not, yeah. Well, here, and this is the funny thing that I don't get. People are like, oh, they're my competition. Like, dude, if you did right by them, if you would have just given good information and they did well, who fucking knows how much money they would have spent with you in the future for helping them?
Exactly.
Do you have any idea how many people that I've just, like, they'll just message me on Instagram randomly and be like, hey, I'm having this issue. And I take 2 minutes out of my day. Like, it's not a lot. Well, sometimes it's a lot, but it's usually not a lot. Just to say, hey, do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. Like, if you're doing this, stop. If you're doing that, do it a little bit more, blah, blah, blah. And then 2 months later, they go, hey, I got eggs. And then another 2 months later, they're like, hey, you know what? Because you helped me, like, I want to support you. I want to grab that fucking snake you have available.
Exactly,
like,
man.
If that person didn't get eggs and they just went, fuck this, I'm just going to keep my 2 ball pythons as pets and never look into this ever again.
Yep. Exactly.
That's one less person in the hobby that's breeding. But it's also their entire social network that will never be exposed to those animals that might also be interested.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And where'd you get that from? Oh, I got it from him. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, he's really helpful, man. He's great. Word of mouth.
Yeah. All we're doing is basically creating a web. And every time you let that pet snake go, and you know what? I know some people kind of laugh at the cheap ball pythons, or not laugh at them, but like the idea of, enjoying making stuff that isn't really worth money. But honestly, seeing a mom come with their like 10-year-old kid who's getting his first fucking pet snake, and them seeing it and just oh man, dude, it's
the best.
I hate kids and I fucking love it. It's so cool.
Oh, dude, I agree though. It's like but see, that's the sick thing though, is like that kid and that was me at some point. I remember that moment, the moment you hold your first snake and you're like, dude, this is so fucking cool. And you're begging your parents to get a reptile. And that moment, that's what gets you into it eventually. Even if you come back to it, even if you leave it for years, you come back to it and you're like, fuck, man, that's so sick. Like, I just love that. To have that snake and watch how inquisitive they are, or just whatever the case is. Like, it's important, man.
Honestly, between us, that's why we do so many giveaways. I just love fucking, like, as much as I'm a dick and I like to shit on people, I also like fucking helping people. I do. It's a great feeling. But you too, Amy. Yes. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was I'm glad.
It's just it's nice being able to do something for somebody that they couldn't have done for themselves. Like the giveaway we did over Christmas. I could have used that mail.
Yep, you could
I
have.
could have used that male a
Absolutely.
lot. I have a lot of yellow belly.
It would have been sick too.
And banana freeways sell for a good amount of money.
Yep.
But I would rather put that into somebody else's hands and have them do something phenomenal with it and have their love for what they do just grow that much more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because honestly, now that person, Mark, by the way, Pantheon Reptiles, if anybody's not following Mark, please go check him out. But the stuff he's going to do with that animal, he's going to make cool animals. He's going to post cool animals. And again, going right back to it, maybe somebody that doesn't like snakes see him post a banana freeway that he makes in a year and a half.
Exactly.
And goes, what the
Holy
fuck?
shit.
You can make those?
Yep. Exactly.
And they're hooked. They're in the hobby.
Yep. And
That's what it's all about, man. That's
exactly.
what it's all about.
And that's one more person who might take that extra step one day and be like, damn, man, if I can make this, imagine what else I can make. I better start looking up other things. And it just grows from there. And that's why it's so important to just, and that's why coming back into this, like, it made me want to come back even harder after I saw on social media, because I wasn't really a big part on social media before I started this. Like, I didn't really have an Instagram or any of that shit. But after coming back, I was like, holy shit, man, people are insanely supportive. Like, comparatively, like, it blows my mind compared to like the early 2010 era kind of area, or even a little bit before that.
And that's exactly the time period I was talking about, like 2008 to 2010.
Yeah, that's
11-ish. That's kind of when it was just dying off, but it was still bad.
It was still bad, for sure. And I know it wasn't quite as bad as probably the early 2000s. I think that's kind of when it was starting to get really, really bad. But, even when I was into it in 2009, 2010, it was still kind of shady. There's still some shady shit going on. And, it's just crazy, the difference now. And it's actually really fun to be a part of it now, because people are just excited for each other for the most part.
Yeah.
They're still dicks, obviously, but like.
Well, you know what, though? Like, at the end of the day, even us fucking assholes are still super excited for people.
Yeah.
Like, if you hatch something out that I want to make, I'm going to be a little bit pissed, but I'm also going to be like, fucking good for Sal. That's fucking sick.
Oh,
that just makes me want to do better when I make mine, right?
Exactly. That's how I feel, man.
Instead of being like, oh, that fucking guy, he fucking did, like, yeah, it sucks that you beat me to a goal that I wanted to make, but you just pushed my goals a little bit higher now.
Exactly,
because now I want to show you up. I want to show everybody else up that is now inspired by your post too. So
it's true.
Even with the community that we have now, even when you kind of get under somebody's skin, it's almost in a good way. It almost motivates people and pushes them instead of dissuades them and makes them not want to try.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's 100% accurate. Like, that's the nice thing, is like, you can still want to try to outdo someone or something. I'm trying to have troubles finding the words, but it's okay to want to excel on top of someone's projects, but being happy for them is different. Like, it's good to be happy for them. If you want to one up them, that's great, man. There's nothing wrong with competition, but friendly competition is kind of more so what it's going towards now. And that's nice. It's nice to be like, oh shit, man, you got that in there. I got to get this in here now.
I am a supportive asshole. There was a fucking question.
Go back.
That we jumped on. The Illa Delph. I think I said that wrong. You posted it and we never got to it before it changed.
One, right?
Yeah, that's the one. I am trying to decide what to work into my Dream School project and work towards triples. Great idea. I don't own any Clown or DG and obviously want to acquire both. That's tough because I haven't seen the DG Lavender. I assume it's going to be amazing, but you never know, unfortunately. I would really hope that it would push those yellows to almost an orange, and it would push those lavenders to much deeper depths, but it could do next to nothing. We know what the Holy Grail looks like. A few have been made now. The only thing I can recommend if you're going to go the Holy Grail route is to get a clown that has a couple other genes in it, because I find the Holy Grail fairly underwhelming. But I've seen a Pastel Holy Grail, and it's unreal. And going back to the whole Pastel conversation.
Yep, Pastel once again. Like,
all they added was Pastel, and I went from and this is a fucking visual triple. Holy Grail. I was like, eh. And then they had Pastel, and I was like, what the fuck? Oh my
I
god.
thought the same. I don't know if I'm gonna hate it on, but the Holy Grail to me at first I was also like, meh. But I didn't really like. To be honest, I didn't really like lavender that much at first until I saw it in person. When I saw it in person, I was like, holy shit. Okay,
Same.
I get it now. But at first I was like, who fucking cares, man? It's an albino with a little bit of purple. Like, and I've never really been into albino that much, to be honest. But when I saw lavender in person, I was like, okay, that's pretty fucking insane, actually. The purples are pretty, especially when they get to an adult, like, you know,
yeah,
it's pretty intense.
So for this, what I would recommend is maybe like a Pastel Enchi Clown to start it off, because Enchi never hurts in pied stuff. So, fuck yeah, Corey. Corey Wilson in the house.
I had to put that up because I was just like, this is exact, man.
No, I love fucking with Corey.
It's good shit.
No, we had a great live last night.
Yeah,
but,
no, that was awesome, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I couldn't believe it. We had like 52 people at one point.
It was crazy. I was like,
yeah, it was wild.
Man, you guys are fucking killing it. 55 people. That's insane. That's
so I'm trying to set up next week's right now, actually. So if you see me look down at my phone once in a while, that's why.
No, but it's all good, man. No worries.
Labs. If you are downplaying what lavender albino does because you've never seen one in person, stop. Just wait till you see one. They're like, especially an adult in person, they're so fucking cool.
Yeah. No,
we have at Nick's, we have a pastel yellow belly lavender female.
Yeah.
That we got as part of a package, and we were just going to sell her off to try and make some money back from the package. So we shoved her in a bin, and he's been feeding her and stuff like that. And I was there right before our new stay-at-home order came out.
Yeah.
And I pulled her out, and I was like, "What the fuck? Oh my god, this thing's insane!"
Yeah. Holy shit, man.
I have no other lavender that isn't het pied. Everything else in that we have lavender is het pied. Everything's in the Dream School project.
Right.
And that's the only animal we have that isn't. And I'm like, I might just fucking keep this anyway. Like,
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, man. That's another thing. Like, it's just crazy to me coming back to, like, I just feel like recessives have, like, and I mean, recessives were always in the game, but, like, they have really fucking taken over to the point where it's, like, hard to sell animals unless they say het at the end. Like, well, it's an unreal.
It's really funny because I told Nick when we started doing this, I was like, listen, I never want to make just a Kodam animal, ever.
Yeah.
I don't want any of our males to just be Kodam. And unfortunately, right now, we do have one.
Yeah.
Which is a GHI Mojave, no, GHI Enchi Yellow Belly. So still a pretty good male.
Yeah.
But he's more a backup for any visual females that our males aren't going towards. So we're still fucking making hets. So, but every male we have is either het or visual recessive for something.
Yeah. No, and I think that is important. Most of my males are visual. Recessive something, because I was thinking, well, after seeing everything, I was like, when I came back into it, when I was looking at Morph Market, I was like, man, like the shit that sells, it either has het at the end or it's recessive, and that's just that's the way the game of ball pythons has gone now. That's just how it goes, and I don't blame it. I mean, recessive projects are the future, essentially, especially in terms of the fun of it. I would say that's half of it, but just visually as well. I mean, recessives have always been.
It kind of sucks because realistically, playing around with Kodams is super fucking fun.
Like, yeah, and I still will for sure. I'm not going to give up that.
Yeah,
you know,
but that's why I'm doing like the banana pied combo male to the fucking crazy calico female. Like, yeah, it's going to be cool if they're het pied, but can you imagine how those fucking animals are going to look?
Dude, they're going to be insane. Man. They're going to be sick.
I'm not even going to, once they come out, I'm not even going to remember they're het pied. I'm just going to be like, look at this fucking thing.
Exactly, man. That's the thing. And like people, it's unfortunate because the more we start going that way, we're forgetting about so many other cool shit that could have been. So that's why I still want to play around with it a little bit. You know, and like that one snake I have, that Orange Dream Enchi Cinnamon Vanilla Cream, that thing is fucking crazy, man. Like unreal in person. I couldn't believe it. It's one of the nicest snakes I've visually seen in person so far.
And that's from Next Morph, right?
Yeah. That's
yeah, she has some
Yeah.
Who? Okay, I don't actually know them personally. That's why I'm asking.
No, it's all good.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't screw that up. They have some really cool vanilla cream stuff that I've seen.
Yes.
So
yeah, for sure. And I think vanilla cream, just on its there's so much potential with vanilla cream right now.
I can't believe it took this long for somebody to put out a fucking vanilla cream clown video, because I've been waiting for that for like 5 years. Dude, I was like, holy fuck, man!
Seriously, like, how? Like, they are vanilla cream is insane, man. Like,
I can't believe the Pompeii stuff came out before the vanilla cream clown combos came out, because I honestly thought that was going to be huge like 3-4 years ago when we first started getting in, and nope, it took that fucking long.
It's so weird. That's why
people are just under fucking playing vanilla, man.
Yes, they really are. They really, like, Super Vanilla should say it all, man. Like, look at fucking Super Vanilla. It is nuts. Like, Super Fire is sick. Don't get me wrong. Like, I like Super Fires for sure. They're probably one of my favorite white snakes, but Super Vanilla is fucking crazy, man. Like,
yeah, Billy has a Super Pastel Super Vanilla, and it's one of the nicest animals I've ever seen in person.
See, like, look at that, man. Just again, like, just codoms, right? Like, it's unreal to me that their codoms are being, and I get it. Like, I obviously any codom, I would rather have het clown, het pied, het DG attached. But if you get that killer codom and breed a recessive to it, eventually you're gonna make that crazy shit, you know? What is that?
Lithium clown, female.
Man.
Yeah, sick. She kept her color really nice.
Yeah, she did.
I'm going to put her to the Pastel Leopard ODYB het.
Holy shit. That'll be an interesting clutch.
Yeah, I'm very excited. That animal's crazy. That animal came from Bob Reagan. He's near you, I think.
Bob Reagan? In Alberta?
Yeah.
Or
maybe not. He's out that way somewhere. I don't actually know where he's from, but I would look him up. I can't remember the name of his fucking breeding company right now. I'm a dick. But weirdly enough, we got her at the beginning of 2020. I think there was still snow on the ground. And she was like 200 grams?
Wow, man.
And she's like 1,700 grams and building right now.
I was going to say, holy shit, she's got size for that.
And didn't feed her any different than any of the other females I have. She just fucking exploded.
I'm always like so fucking shocked at the difference in growth sometimes, man. It's unreal to me, you know? How's it going, Chris? Thanks for joining.
What's up, Chris?
Yeah, Corey Martin said Super Vanilla is amazing. Absolutely. Like, it's just incredible, man. I don't know how I don't know. I've like I said, I don't know how vanilla kind of got. I mean, there's lots of people working with vanilla, but I feel like for what it does, it really got kind of pushed to the side for how crazy it is, man. Like, and Super Vanilla and vanilla creams, and just, I don't know. There's so much left to do. It's really awesome seeing Desert Ghost in a lot of combos now, because I feel like there's just so many different. There's so many cool just stacked codom genes that would look insane with Desert Ghost that are going to take time to actually.
Could you imagine a fucking vanilla cream DG?
Oh, man. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
there's so much shit out there.
Oh my god. And that's why, like, it's just so nice to see. And that's why, like, I've mentioned on other lives and on videos, like, I still want to work with stacked codoms, because I think it's still important that we have, especially for someone who can't afford to get a 5 or 6 gene codom het something. It's important to get those 5-6 genes out there for them to make their own. And I still want to try to do that for people. I want to make 5 or 6 gene codom that you can breed to your male fucking crazy ass powerhouse clown and make your own heads and make some crazy shit, you know? Like,
the best part about that is, you know what? A female clown, hatchling, what is it? Like $300, $400, $500?
Yep.
A hatchling pied female, $300, $400, $500. You take that $300, $400, $500, you grow it up for 2-3 years, and then you go out and buy a fucking 5 gene codom male.
Yep.
and throw it to your pied, and all of a sudden you went from having meh to some crazy fucking heavy hitters in your collection. Even if you only
Exactly.
get 4 or 5 eggs, like you're fucking like it changes that quick.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like
Collections
it's
get
so true.
crazy that quickly. All it takes is one really good clutch, and all of a sudden you have some shit that nobody's ever seen.
Yeah, and that's why it's like, and you know, it would be great if everyone could afford a 5 to 6 gene codom female with het desert ghost het clown. If that's
Or a
not
visual.
possible for you, yeah, or yeah, exactly, even better. But you know, if that's not realistic for you, it's nice. And for me this year, like a lot of my females aren't that crazy, but I made sure that most of my males were recessive, so that way I could start making my hets for the future.
Mhm.
That was my goal this year. Make my own hets, make some weird, crazy shit, and build off of that.
Well, it's just like this year. I couldn't afford a Pastel ODYB clown male. I fucking wish I could,
Yep,
but at the time I couldn't. So I made my own.
exactly.
I made a hat, but I made my own.
Exactly.
And
now it's growing up in your racks, so it's sitting there and
growing up. This hatched in July.
Jesus Christ! Look at that thing, man.
What
Holy
we're talking
shit.
about, like for some reason, 2020 was the year of my animals just wanting to fucking explode.
Wow.
Like this thing's ready to breed, man. It just needs to start locking. He's like 750 already. That's Yo-Yo.
Holy shit. Oh yeah, it's Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo.
Yes, Yo-Yo.
But
That's
yeah, this dude, it's funny because when he hatched, I was like, I can't wait till he's breeding. I hope he makes it for the end of 2021. Like, it'd be really cool if I could breed him just to one female at the end of the year.
At the end of
We're
the
in
year.
fucking January, middle of January, and I'm like, I wonder how many females I can put him to right now.
Oh, that's the thing, and that's the thing, right? Like you just shit. That's a perfect story of how that shit can work out, right? Like I you know, I can't afford one. I don't know if I want to spend that money towards that certain project. And now it's early fucking 2021, and you're already pretty like 750 grams, man. That guy should be good to go. I mean, by all rights, you know.
Yeah, he's still young though, so I don't think he's producing yet. But I'm hoping it's soon because, like, I've just been trying to think of these combos in my head. Could you imagine just a fucking like orange dream cinnamon yellow belly clown?
Jesus, man.
Like it's gonna be wild.
See, and that's the thing; those off the wall combinations that like. It's just not, and that's I love shit. Like I love a lot of the popular shit. It's popular for a reason. It looks crazy, but then at the same time, it wasn't popular until it was out there, until someone made it. So we have no idea. Like that snake that you just mentioned could be the next crazy fucking thing for all we know. Like we don't know.
Yeah, that could be the next Pompeii. That could be the next Batman.
Exactly.
That could be the next whatever, right? And then
Exactly.
this is his sister who's doing pretty good, but
still a really nice size. And what is she? What is she?
So she's everything he is, except she's lesser instead of Orange Dream. So Pastel, Lesser, Leopard, Yellow Belly, Het Clown female. And she might even be OD, but I don't think so.
Right.
But if she proves out OD and I have a 5 gene fucking Het Clown female, I'm not going to complain.
No.
So I don't really fucking care.
That is great.
But it's really cool because her sides almost look like ancient script writing and stuff like that. Like it's
yeah.
just wild,
really
man.
Cool. Dude,
yeah,
that and like holy shit, man.
Yeah, if this looks as cool as a hat, imagine that as a visual clown. Like
holy crap, dude, it's gonna be nuts.
And then the last female from that clutch that I held back. Well, I shouldn't say the last. I think I have a couple more, but the Pastel OD Leopard Girl.
Oh man.
Het Clown.
That's
yeah.
Het Clown, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Fucking.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, this thing's fucking wild, man. I love it. But she's doing incredible. I cannot wait to see this girl on eggs.
Oh man, no kidding. Dude. I just love man, the more I look into leopard stuff, like leopard's getting me, man. Like calico and leopard this year were probably the genes, other than any recessive stuff, obviously, but calico and leopard, those are the two genes I really want to start kind of going towards.
I have one single egg right there.
What was
one egg?
I don't think I've ever asked you. I don't know if I noticed, but what was the pairing for that egg? I can't remember if we talked about it or not yet, but
So that's why I actually showed it off.
yeah.
Whoa. You don't need to see my paper towels. Um, banana, Odie Spider Het Clown female, paired to the Motley Clown, and also paired to the Leopard Pastel Lesser Clown.
Holy shit. Wow.
So
all to one egg. Oh man.
there's a potential of hitting like 6 gene banana clown female, or knowing my luck is going to be a fucking Het Clown male.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. I'm calling it right now. That's a fucking Het Clown male.
No, don't put it out there, man.
No, it's done. It's already done.
It's done. You're no.
But honest to God, though, I'm really hoping that the Motley got her, because, like I said earlier, Banana Motley Clown, I think is going to change the fucking clown game. Like, I think it's going to be absolutely wild, just like the Banana Monsoon that just came out.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be something else. I think it's going to be next level.
Dude,
So.
when did the Banana Monsoon come out? I didn't even see that shit.
Dave Green released it like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago
man.
on Facebook.
Okay,
Go look at it. It's amazing.
On Instagram? Or
and Facebook.
and Facebook?
It's anywhere that you follow them, you can find it.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be posting that shit everywhere too.
It's nuts, man. It's very cool.
Crap.
I'm very excited to be working with Monsoon stuff, by the way.
So in terms of like in clown, what? Because I honestly don't know, and I don't know if everyone else knows or not. But what does Motley do, like generally speaking, in clown? Like, what is it? Yeah, actually, yeah, showing it off would be great. I know I've seen it. I just it'd be nice to kind of show it off too.
This is a Motley Clown.
Oh, sick, dude! The dorsal immediately.
Yeah, it's all the dorsal's super jagged.
Yeah.
All the teardrops are gone.
Yeah.
Except for like the odd one.
That's quite different.
The head's fucking wild too.
Damn, dude! Holy crap!
Yeah, so it hasn't been played around with a lot, and honestly, I'm really hoping somebody does something that that sort of gets it on people's radars. But yeah. I was joking about the me thing. I just really want people to see it for what it is.
Yeah.
It's just tough because right now it's where Yellow Belly was when Yellow Belly was only a couple years old, and people were like, "Oh, it's a Het Ivory."
Yeah.
There's no visual markers for the single genes. Like, hold on, I'll show you a Motley Het Clown.
Yeah, that'll help actually.
No, it won't.
Outside of.
No, it won't.
Oh.
It won't.
No, it won't.
It won't.
That's what's hard about it, though.
This is a Motley Het Clown.
Okay.
Hey, doesn't it look like a normal?
Yeah. And there could be
this thing,
any sort of influence at the same time, I suppose.
If you go real fucking close in, there's graniting at the bottom sides of the alien heads.
Okay, yeah.
It's not really picking up on this camera, but it is there. But then they've also got weird belly patterns. It almost looks like they have like pied tracks, but higher up in certain spots.
Interesting.
Which of those is an indicator? And then they also have, come on, let go. Fucker, let go. They also have weird ass head stamps. This one just has.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's very subtle. And I don't know if it's just because we don't have a big sample size right now that we can't tell for sure. Maybe there's more to it. But in person, this thing doesn't actually look like a normal. It's coming across as just brown and boring. But it's the why is this word escaping me? Booze, that's why. The dorsal and the side pattern is actually the exact same color, which doesn't happen on normals. Like it looks like it's a little bit off here, but it's just a solid
same
singular
color.
Bright, and it's a lot it's almost like a Het DG. Like it's bright, but it's not bright. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely brighter than a normal would be.
It looks like it looks like you would be a nice normal, but that's through the camera though right now. So
exactly, and I can't pick it up enough to show it off. So
right.
They're just cool.
Is Motley is it known to be codom, dom? Is it dominant?
It's codominant. So there is super forms, but there's still a lot to be done with Motley. People actually think that what they thought originally was Motley was actually two different genes. So people are still playing around with it.
Okay.
So they think that there was a color enhancing version, and they think there's a granite version. So one's a color and one's a pattern mutation. So people are trying to separate it out and all this kind of crap. So I believe what we have is the granite mutation, so the pattern mutation, which is great because that's what I wanted. But seeing the single gene next to an actual normal, I do believe that even if they're right about it being two separate things, I think the color or the pattern mutation does have color influence as well. So yeah, it doesn't look anything like Motley Boas or
I know,
I have
was
no
thinking that too.
fucking
I was
clue
like-
who named it. It was
I was like, why
stupid
would
name.
you name it? I hate when they start copying other like another species name. Like, just dude, think of a different name. There's like thousands.
Oh, hey, baby.
Like Jesus, man.
I can tell now. I'll turn it off in a sec. Thanks. Can you grab me a drink? Yeah. Just one of the neutrals. Thanks, babe. Oh, she's kicking. That's good.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad hopefully she's feeling better, man.
Feel better, Sarah.
Amy says feel better. Hope she feels
Yeah,
better.
she's looking a lot better. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Cody's here. What's up, Cody?
Hey, Cody. Nice, man.
What's going on, man?
KTA.
Cody
Dude.
fucking has Pastel double head clown pie that I've regretted selling every fucking day since I sent it to him. Thanks, baby. I love you.
That's
I already turned it off.
Okay.
Man, if you
Thank
guys
you.
aren't following KTA Constrictors, you gotta go give Cody a follow. He's a great guy, and just he's gonna be doing some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, I know. Cody's set up in a couple ways to make some cool shit. Cody, I feel like Cody and I have very similar circumstances, and in the next year or so, I think Cody's going to be set up. I think you want to make friends with Cody now. Let's just put it that way.
Absolutely, man. And dude, he's such a good guy, man. I met Cody through work actually because we work at the same company, and
oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he ended up. I worked there initially, and then he ended up working there after. But man, he came into work one day, and we just started talking ball pythons, and we literally stood there for like an hour and a half when I was on shift. So I'm a great worker. But we were talking for like an hour and a half, man, just about ball pythons, and it was awesome, man. He's such a good guy, and like he's gonna like Chris was saying, he's gonna make some crazy shit. Super knowledgeable too, and he's been in it for a long time.
Go fucking follow that guy. He's
seriously
gonna have some cool
he should
stuff.
have way more followers than he has. But yeah, such a great guy.
Oh, do you want? I was gonna save this for one of my lives, but why don't we just talk about it here?
Ooh,
that's a child.
Yeah. My son's being fed right now, so you might hear a couple little.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
So
Getting the munch.
I went through this entire season, and that awesome Pastel Lesser Leopard male did a lot of good work for me this year. Obviously, anybody. Oh, like my 2019, where I hit only males of all the projects I needed females to hold back from, that I'd be like 5 years ahead of myself had I not fucked every clutch. Yeah, no, I get it. So anyway, bred that male to a bunch of shit, right? Made some really crazy animals. So I showed you the Pastel Leopard ODYB Het Clown, and then the Pastel Leopard Lesser Yellow Belly Het Clown, right?
Yep.
And they're wild looking. Well, the Pastel ODYB Leopard doesn't look anything like that combo is supposed to. The combo is supposed to look like what you'd expect it to look. It's a little bit brighter of a leopard with a yellow belly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be anything spectacular. And then I got that fucking crazy dude, right?
Yeah.
So I went this entire season. I sold a bunch of his babies, some really cool stuff, some very normal looking stuff. And just in the past couple weeks, I think he has something else floating around in him.
Oh man.
Because I started looking at all of the babies, and I was going, fuck, this is weird, because I also have a leopard lesser double het hypo clown that came out just wild looking, nothing like any of the other leopard lessers I made, and then a couple other things. So I'm thinking it only makes itself known once you add one or two other things into it. So I think I missed it in a few animals, but this animal is what made me first go like, and this is just a male pastel, right?
Yeah.
Double het clown pie, 50% head hypo, but just a pastel. So look at the head for one.
Oh man.
Doesn't it look enchy?
Yes.
Does the rest of this animal look enchy though?
Yes. No. Well.
No.
No,
It's just
doesn't.
it's wild. It's banded.
It almost looks like a weird leopard-ish type animal.
Do you know what it looks like? And I don't think this is what it is. I'm just comparing how it physically looks. This animal looks like het monsoons look. I don't think they are het monsoon, but I think I fucking wish, man. That'd be insane. I would have so much. It would be like a Billy discovery of the het monsoon. I don't think it is, but the way that the pattern looks,
yeah, it does, because it has
looks like the het monsoons do.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I might have another pattern mutation in that male.
Oh man!
But that also means I have it in my new het male, which is going to go to fucking everything. So I was going to wholesale this for like $30.
Oh my god, man, dude!
So I decided to keep it just for now until I figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's wild looking.
It is, man. It almost not quite leopard, but it looks leopard-ish. Like there's
it's like a leopard adjacent.
Yeah.
Like pattern.
Yes. It's really
mutation,
whacking out.
Yeah.
And then what were the hets attached to it again? It was a het. What was that?
Double het clown pied, which generally very much brightens pastels.
Brightens.
They look incredible. Just pastel double hets look unreal.
Yeah.
Cody can tell you.
Yes. Yeah.
Fucking guy. And then 50% head hypo. But none of that would do any of this. But that wouldn't
do any pattern. Yeah, that wouldn't do pattern though. Like
that isn't 100% true, because het pied can do.
Yeah,
I'll show you.
That's true. Yeah, no.
Hold on, I'll show you. This is his brother, and this is just because of the het pied, and he just is only here because he hasn't moved yet.
Yeah.
Like his tail end looks full on leopard because of the het pied.
Yes, but that's fair enough for people who aren't well versed in het pied, but that other snake that looks quite a bit different than what just het pied would do.
Yeah, but look at this. Look at this. It goes from just totally normal. Like it's crazy.
And then
hold on. So normal, leopard.
Yeah. And I would totally expect that from het pied. And like if you're not used to seeing het pied stuff, like obviously het pied stuff it can definitely do some crazy shit, especially near the tail end. But that first pastel, man, that's throughout the body. And the head, like you said,
it's the whole snake. It's on the head.
The head is nuts. That looks way different, man.
So I'm gonna hang on to that male, kind of as a backup for the clown pied project, just in case.
Yeah.
Because if there's something else kicking around in there and I could put it right in a clown pied, like come the fuck on.
Especially if it's pattern change. Like if we can hit anything in that pattern on clown pied, holy shit, dude. That is sick.
But we're getting pretty deep in here, so I might have to call it soon. So if anybody has any questions,
if anyone has anything, thanks for everyone sticking around and stuff. This has been awesome, man.
Yeah, it's been a fucking great live. This has been fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. While we're waiting for a question, though, I do have one. Because I remember in one of the lives you were mentioning you were being stubborn and you don't want to buy a clown pied. You want to produce your own first. Which direction do you want to take clown pied, if you don't mind sharing? Like, which direction do you want to take it first once you get there? Do you have anything in mind? Like, what other genes you want to get into it?
I haven't. That's a good question. I haven't told anybody this because nobody's asked me, but it's
Yes.
so the Pastel Enchi Clown Hepide from Costco.
Man.
Pastel Enchi Clown, 100% Hepide, right?
Yeah.
She is going to go to the Banana ODYB Enchi Pied.
Holy shit. Woo.
I'm going to pray that I hit a cool male pied from that.
Yeah.
And then the next year he'll go back to her. That's the direction I want to take. So Banana, Super Enchi, ODYB, Pastel. Fuck, did I miss one? Banana. Who the fuck cares? Clown pieds. Like,
yeah, that would be insane, dude. Holy shit.
And then on top of that, hopefully by the time I at least have a cool pied het clown male.
Yeah.
If I don't have a visual double by then, hopefully I have at least a cool like 5-6 gene pied het clown. The Leo GHI double het will be ready.
Okay, I like the answer with the GHI because I'm super curious. That's okay.
I know. I asked. That's the reason I asked you and Cody when you guys were live.
Yeah.
What you wanted to see in Clown Pied because I
Yes.
wanted to see if either of you guys were thinking the same way I was. Because I want to see GHI and Clown Pied so bad. I think it's going to look amazing.
Sick. I think it's going to be sick, and then it makes me wonder because Super GHI Clown's fucking crazy. Super GHI Pied's fucking crazy. So, like, it really makes me think, like, what the fuck is a Super GHI Clown Pied gonna be? It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be fucking crazy, like, just nuts, man.
So, I have a Super GHI Mojave Het Clown female, right?
Yep.
I also have a Pastel Clown Double Het Lavender Pied male.
Oh man, like. Can you imagine, man? Like how crazy it's getting nuts. Like
he's almost there. I wish this guy grew. He's in shed right now. I wish this guy grew the same way the other one, like my other male did. But for some reason, he's just like he eats every fucking week. He just grows really slowly. He's just hitting like 550, 6. So,
oh man, look at the contrast on that fucking guy though. Even in shed.
And he's deep in shed right now too. Like he's a very nice animal. But I've been going back and forth on whether to use him to her because as much as I'd like to use a stranger, having a bunch of GHI Clown 50% double het lavender pieds, like
Jesus Christ, man.
Probably not the worst things to hatch in the world,
nope.
You know?
Nope.
Yeah.
Those aren't going anywhere. Cody, I jinxed it, man. They're all white, man.
That's like the fucking monsoon pied. We invested a shit ton into that female, and the first person's gonna make one and be like, "It's white," and we're gonna go, "Fuck."
Dude, I am purely waiting to see what a monsoon pied looks like before I say any more about monsoon. I want to see.
I think monsoon pied is gonna save monsoon.
I really hope that's right, man, because I like monsoon. Don't get me wrong, but I'm hoping that if you get that pattern with pied, I'll flip shit, man.
I love monsoon. I'm gonna go on the record. I love it. I have some of it. We just hatched our cool animals. I have the Fire Special double het monsoon hypo 50% het pied female that I hatched about a month ago, and then the male special double het that I posted recently. Actually, I think I posted it this past week. So I do like the project a lot, but I really see it burying itself if somebody doesn't come out with something soon that completely changes the game, because everything we've seen so far is, oh, banana, oh, it's just monsoon that's banana colored. Oh, Mojave, oh, it's just a monsoon that's a little bit brighter. Oh, it's calico, it doesn't look like anything different than a monsoon. Like, everything so far has been like meh. Yes and no. The monsoon clown has been made, but the moray clown, which is almost for sure monsoon, just a different name, has been made, and it's cool. It's not crazy. So
Yeah.
here's
Yeah.
the problem, and this is the only problem with clown, and it actually applies to every big pattern mutation. Recessive, I mean.
Yeah.
When you take two big pattern mutations, one generally dominates. Now, sometimes you have what happens with the G-stripe clown, and it just makes something completely new and crazy, which nobody
Yes.
expected, but that is not the norm. Usually what happens is one overpowers the other. So if you've ever seen a tri-stripe clown, it basically just looks like a busy leopard clown.
Yeah.
The moray clown, which is the monsoon clown, it does change a bit. It pulls a bunch of the monsoon pattern onto the head, which is really fucking cool. But for the most part, it just looks like a monsoon still. Just the dots are super tiny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unfortunately it has. But
it could have that was one of the combos I was really hoping it would somehow just like pull the dotted look onto the clown pattern, which would have been fucking insane. But yeah,
or
it's
you
so
know
cool.
what? It was actually kind of funny because I was really hoping what it would do is condense the spotted monsoon into the clown back, but not pull it all the way together, so it would still be completely spotted. But
man.
yeah,
dude, that would have
and
been
obviously
so
that
sick
wasn't
if it
gonna
just
fucking
blended
happen.
in. That would have been incredible if it just made it tight around that clown pattern.
Yeah, but it still
Oh,
stayed
man.
consistent throughout the animal.
That
That's what I was hoping, but it didn't obviously happen. So that brings me back to the monsoon pie discussion.
Yeah.
I'm very hopeful, but I'm very fucking concerned that the Pied is going to take over, because anytime Pied gets into anything overwhelming, it usually just goes white.
Yeah, I'm worried about that too, man. I don't know. I keep thinking of like a spot. I don't know if it's going to be like a spot nose situation where maybe I'll get the cool head.
If it ends up like a spot nose Pied, I'll be thrilled. If you just get the head and the head's dotted out to fuck and the rest of the snake's white, that's going to look amazing.
And maybe
but
we
if
can
it's
bring
all
Enchi
white
or
like a white
Pin.
wedding,
yeah, maybe we could bring Enchi or Pin into that spotted head and hopefully bring something back.
I want to see Enchi in it.
Yeah.
Early, and I know somebody's already working on that.
Nice.
But that said, I also want to see Enchi come into the Monsoon Clown, because I think that might actually change that enough that it's like, holy shit, that's a crazy ass clown, not, oh, that's a weird looking monsoon. What is it? Like,
yeah,
and that's what it is now. You can't even tell it's a clown if you didn't know.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We have no idea what, like, monsoon is still so new. We have no idea what the fuck gene combination can bring something back to clown. Like, who knows, man?
I'm so fucking angry that Dave Green did what he did, because we could be so much deeper in a monsoon right now.
Yeah, it's
you don't breed it to Pied, you don't breed it to Clown, you don't breed it to Ultramel, you don't breed it to Lavender Albino, you don't like. If I made the first ever monsoon, I would go get a fucking $100,000 loan and pick up every fucking breeder visual recessive I could come across.
Yep.
Every single one.
Seriously, man.
And the racks to fucking keep him in. And I would put him to everything.
Yep.
Because you know what? He made a goddamn fortune. And he did. Good for him. Great.
Hands down, for sure.
But the hets were already fucking going for a fortune anyway.
Yep.
If you had double het monsoon pies fucking 7 years ago,
holy shit, man,
they'd be fucking through the roof. The other thing is, you're telling me that he made as many animals as he did and he never noticed the visual fucking hets?
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Come on.
For sure, dude, the animals you have alone, like, I don't know. Like, it seemed, and I've seen on Austin's videos, I've seen on Billy's videos, like, man, some of the hets, I still don't know. And are we still going on hets?
So it's going to be a het until somebody can, here's the way I look at it. Until somebody can actively pick up a het.
Yeah, that's fair.
Out of a field.
That's fair.
Without knowing, it's still technically a het, which I do agree with.
No, that's a good point.
But It's the
Very
same thing about
visual.
pied. If you have a high influence het pied, you have ringers, you have tracks. Like,
Yeah,
I could pick a het pied out of a fucking field of 100 if it was a high expression.
that's true. That's a good
No
point.
doubt.
That's
But
true.
if it's a low expression, everybody's fucked.
Yep, that's true, man.
This is the male special double het monsoon pied.
Look at that head. Look at the
Like,
holy shit, man. That thing is
Isn't-
insane.
Yeah, just wild looking animal. Like, this doesn't look like a fucking special, man.
No, like specials are nice, but like that.
And the
look at
head,
Look at the pattern, like
the belly on it. Like,
belly.
it looks yellow belly, but it's not. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy, dude. I love them.
Nuts.
I want to play around with het monsoon just as its own pattern influencer, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah. No, seriously.
There's a guy up here in Canada called Prodigious Pythons, Brad Diaz. And I said up here in Canada as if you're not here, but I sort of meant that for everybody.
No, it's all good. I'm used to it now.
And he actually named het monsoon Fractal. And he's doing a lot with that. And if you're not if you want to see what het monsoon can do, go follow him and just look at some of his fractal stuff. It's insane.
I've seen it. I had
nuts.
no idea that's what Fractal was.
It's het monsoon. He just put another name on it. Whether he should have done that or not probably is a different discussion, but it's wild. Basically what happened was Dave discovered that and just shut his entire collection down to anything outside for like 2-3 years. And basically just worked with what he had. He didn't let anything come in. He didn't let anything go. And then when he started releasing stuff, he would only release monsoon females. And then he would only release monsoon males to people that had already purchased females.
Yeah.
So he basically orchestrated a market, which good for him. I'm not going to shit on him for that. But if you're going to protect a project that much, do something fucking with it, man.
That's the thing, right? Like, get it into some crazy shit, man.
Come
like, you
on.
have the monopoly on it. Like,
and you're making 20 grand a pop for the fucking things. Like, it's not like you don't have the cash.
Go look up Dave Green on Morph Market and look at the sold section. It's fucking crazy, dude. When you start adding up all the, I've looked because I always do that. I'm always curious at people's like sold section. I'm like, damn, dude, that guy made he made bank off that project like crazy.
He made lowball a few $1 million.
Yep. I bet.
Lowball. Like,
bet.
That's nuts to me. If I could make one snake in my entire snake breeding career that sells for 10 grand.
Yeah, exactly. One. Like,
I'll shit on the spot. Like, I'll just poop my pants.
It's so true, man.
I don't know what to say. Like, I would lose it. And he's getting 20 US a pop for females.
Fucking
more, I think. I think there were like 25.
And how many? He had many on there. I looked. He had many on there. Many.
Well, and here's the thing. A lot of people are like, oh, he shouldn't have closed the project off. Like, you know what? It was his project. He had every right to do it. A lot of people do it with projects, and those projects just don't turn out to be anything.
Yeah. It's true.
But at the end of the day, you know what? He took a chance. He made a lot of money on that chance.
Yep.
But right now, he could be making so much more. If he had double het monsoon clowns, double het monsoon pies, double het, like, I think the only 2 recessives that he put into it was Candy, because he already had it, and there's one more, and I can't remember what the other one is. Might be albino, but yeah, he just.
But that, like, of all routes you could have taken with recessive stuff, those were the 2 he chose after making even 50 grand off 2 snakes. 50 grand, dude. I'd be going and buying. I'd be offering people like, okay, I'll give you 5 grand for that adult female, and like, I'm sure he has some adult female recessive shit, didn't he? Like, he didn't have.
So I think the thing with Dave is I don't think his collection was all that crazy. I think most of his stuff was Kodam before the monsoon stuff started happening, and then he closed it off because I guess he thought the best course of action at that point was to keep it in house,
right? Make
as much as he can, and then introduce it to the world and release it, right? And I'm not saying it was a bad idea. He made a
No.
shit ton of money. He's made a
Yeah,
lot more money than I'll ever make
It's
doing
fine.
this.
It's fine.
But he could have done a ton more.
Yeah,
a ton more.
I just think the curiosity side of me would have been like, man, I need to see what this does. Well, for me anyway, but I would have been like pied right away. I want to see. I don't know what it is, but for me, I'm like, I want to see everything in pied first.
How did this fucking guy not go, oh man, this is cool. How's it going to look in Desert Ghost?
Okay, that's another, yeah. Dude,
how
can
do you
imagine? That would be your first, like, Desert Ghost.
I would pop that out and be like, how many Desert Ghosts can I buy right now? Like, I'm going to go to the bank, get myself the biggest loan they'll give me, and buy every Desert Ghost for 3 times what they're worth just to make sure I get them. Like,
dude, Monsoon DG is actually probably going to be fucking crazy.
It's going to be fucking wild.
Yeah. I think Cody
even G-Stripe. Well. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
like, even G-Stripe's going to be fucking nuts. Cody, Clown's already been done. The rest of them, though, agreed.
Yeah. Like, that would have been... And that's the thing. Like, if you have a new project like that, get them into that shit, man, because that's what's hot right now. Get it in because they look good.
So, just as a exclamation of what Dave Green didn't do with it, Moray was discovered 3 to 4 years later, which is everyone's like 99% sure it's Monsoon.
Yeah.
It makes monsoons, like they look the exact same. But that person immediately was like, I want to see this in clown. And 3 years later, he made a fucking Moray clown. Like, we could be sitting on triple recessive monsoons right now. It just in the hobby is what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
And
we can't. It's just crazy because there really hasn't been that much with it, and you know, like, and if I feel bad for Billy, man, like, again with the fucking bad odds. Like, I know his videos are a little bit ahead, or you know, he does them ahead of the game, but like, again with the bad luck on the monsoon, man, like that was I felt so bad. I was like, Jesus, man, another one. Someone asked, I remember someone asked him, like, is there something going on with monsoon in terms of reproduction? But I'm assuming it's just bad luck because there's been other people have been producing them, man. Like,
there's a lot of monsoons that have hatched fine out there. Billy just got fucked, unfortunately. And I knew about that about 3 weeks before the video went out.
Man,
and
that must have been hard.
Fucking because I knew he was cutting the clutch because it was like the day after we did one of the podcasts. So I messaged him. I was like, dude, I have to know. Did you hit a fucking monsoon? And he just responded with the picture of the baby like out of the egg, and I was like, oh fuck.
It sucks, man. I felt so bad. Dude, he's been waiting so long to hit another, and I was just like, dude, oh my God, why? That one?
The funny thing is, though, now I feel like his female is going to be ready to be bred before he hits another one, and he's going to make like 10 of them in one clutch.
Yes, that's what he needs, man.
He's owed. Like, he's owed at this point.
He really is. He deserves it, and like, Billy has some crazy luck sometimes, but like, damn, dude.
Fucking Billy's fucking horseshoe. I've been asking him to borrow it for like 4 fucking years, man, because I keep getting fucked, and I keep going, man, I don't know how you're hitting fucking triple visuals out of a visual double het to a triple het.
Yeah.
But I can't even hit a pied out of a pied to a het pied. Like, what
seriously,
the fuck?
Man. He's hitting snow clowns over there, and like, he can't even get the fucking pied for a full year.
I still laugh because when he hit that fucking snow clown, I was standing right there and I went, dude, holy shit, that's a snow clown. And him and Austin were both like, no, it's not. No fucking chance. Like, based on the odds, there's no way we could have hit a snow clown. A snow clown, like, come on, you're fucking crazy. Like, and the one animal was like, so one was like a VPI. I want to say it was like VPI het albino pus het. Oh my god, why is my brain not working? VPI het it's albino, isn't it? Yeah. VPI het albino pus het clown.
Yeah.
And then the other one was like double het albino clown pus het VPI. So like just proving each of them out as het or visual for all 3 was crazy. So they cut the egg, and I was like, fuck, dude, you hit a snow clown. They were both like, no, we didn't. You're fucking crazy. Like, what are you even seeing? Because it basically just looked all white with a little bit, like, very, very faint yellow pattern. I was like, dude, no, I can see the teardrops. That's a snow clown. And they were both like, no, no fucking way. It came out, it shed, and they were still like, I don't know. After about 200 grams, they were like, holy fuck, it's a snow clown. I was like, I fucking told you.
I told you.
Don't fucking question the guy that loves clown more than fucking anybody in this entire fucking world. Maybe
seriously.
not the entire world.
No, but
I fucking love clown.
you're hard on clown though, for sure.
And dude, I need to get him to post an updated picture of that
I was
animal.
gonna say,
It's
just about to ask you.
insane.
So, so pattern is visible at this point.
No, pattern came back. It's ready to breed, dude. Pattern came in as it aged. So it's basically like an off-white, and then it has just along the sides of the belly, it has all the bottoms of the teardrops of the clown in like a super fluorescent yellow. It's
oh my god,
so
dude.
fucking cool.
Those like fluorescent scales that some of the snakes get, like especially with albino shit, man. I can't imagine that on white. That thing. He needs to post an updated picture of that thing, man. Like seriously. I did not see that meme. That's hilarious, though. I haven't seen it.
All right, I just realized that I said that we have to wrap this up and then went another 20 minutes. So
yes, no, we can wrap it up for sure. Yeah, man, thanks so much for joining me on here. That was
yeah, man, this was fun as fuck.
Yeah, for sure. We should do it again sometime, and we can do it on your channel or whatever.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We'll throw it on my channel for sure.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. We appreciate you.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, everyone. And for those who stuck around for this long, that's amazing. So appreciate it. And yeah, thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
We'll talk soon.
I'm sure we will, Sal, man. See you later.
Right.
See everybody. Bye.